this point, everything's basically covered because, of course, we've got something from every category. So you have the pick of the litter here.
I am going for Boomer.
Oh! Sharon Valerii.
Oh, I'm getting more engineering in here, as well as more piloting, because we only got one with piloting so far, so...
And more Cylon, because you get more loyalty cards as the game progresses.
Yeah, so that's really interesting, because both Gaius, Baltar, and Boomer end up taking an extra loyalty card at some point. Baltar will take one at the start of the game, and Boomer will take one at the end of the game. Now, of course, since there are more you are not a Cylon card than you are a Cylon card, that means that mathematically Baltar is less likely to be a Cylon, right?
Guaranteed to be a Cylon. Gotcha.
Wait, what? No. I think I got the math right. Maybe not. All right, so we got all that down. Let me grab a random token here for the initiative. So we are going to be starting with Adama. You're going to get a couple of nuke tokens. We'll put it on the side of your board.
We need someone playing ominous music in the background.
Yeah, but something
Ominous,
that doesn't get us flagged.
copyrighted music.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's what YouTube's for, man. YouTube's got some copyright-free music you can use.
Oh, goodness.
We could just hum it.
It's the only thing I could use during my Tropico 5 series.
Oh, yeah, I just have it silenced.
When I'm playing Tropico, I get people requesting me to just put on Crusader Kings music. I'm like, no, this is Tropico. What are you talking about?
It would be pretty epic, though.
That'd be awful.
So if anyone's curious, should Admiral Adama lose the Admiral title for any reason, for example, if he gets brigged, he will lose the Admiral title, then the next person in line would actually be Starbuck, Admiral Starbuck, which is kind of terrifying. Yeah.
Excellent.
And then if anything should happen to Baltar, the next person in the queue would actually be Adama. So we'd once again have President Admiral Adama.
Now, I don't like I don't like that you can hold both titles. It's a little too much power, you know?
It's really bad,
especially when they turn out to be a Cylon. Then it's just no.
Demonac.
Yeah, that may have happened last time. I'm just saying.
Oh, no. You're all misinterpreting.
So we're going to do that. Oh, we have to deploy our characters to the board. So let me grab Adama and put him in the Admiral's quarter. Maybe. Miss.
But the humans won last time anyway.
Yeah.
That.
Well, that's because the Cylons, both Cylons didn't trigger until the sleeper phase. Yeah. Which makes
it a lot harder.
Kara 3 starts in the hangar deck. Tyrol starts in the hangar deck, I'm sure. Yeah. Garen Tyrol.
You don't have him. Never mind.
And Boomer starts in the armory. Bam. Yeah, I've got everyone out there. Yeah. I think that's the end of the setup. Oh, I need to draw a quorum card. Oh, and the rest of us have to grab skill cards. So everyone except Adama, we get to start off with 3 skill cards. They can be of any type, and except that you have to... Any type that you're allowed to have. Like, I can take from politics, leadership, and engineering. At this phase of the game, I'm allowed to grab 3 leadership cards if I wanted to, even though it's not normally something that I'm allowed to do. So, everyone go ahead, except for Adama.
Okay, I won't do it.
3 cards of your choice from the categories you have access to. I think I'm just going to spread things out here. That was politics, leadership, and engineering. Okay. So we're currently under attack by Cylons. There's a base star in front of us with 3 raiders. We have 2 civilian ships in the back, and we have 2 Vipers deployed down beneath. So the first player is going to be William Adama.
Okay.
So at the start of your turn, the first thing you do is draw the cards, the skill cards listed on your card. So you would draw 3 leadership and 2 tactics.
3 leadership and 2 tactics. Okay, and I can just drag them over to my window, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and I got to grab my quorum card.
1, 2, 3 leadership and 2 tactics.
Yeah, and actually, before you take your turn, we have to figure out who the goddamn Cylons are.
Oh,
God.
Okay.
So you can draw your cards. That's fine.
Can I have to flip these, I'm assuming? Yeah.
When you draw them to your hand, yeah, that's why I said if you right-click on the deck and then click draw to hand, they'll be face up in your hand and it'll save you a step.
Can we just do wild accusations right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Personally, I think this Admiral is kind of sketchy.
I mean, I'm kind of sketchy to myself.
You want Starbuck as the Admiral.
This is an Admiral who's never been an Admiral before.
Those who forget past alternate universes are doomed to repeat those past alternate universes. I've heard that time is just a big loop, like it wraps around.
That is probably the best description of any board game ever. I love it.
That's true. So I'm going to assemble the loyalty deck right now. We are playing with 5 players, which means there's 2 Cylon cards. Then normally there would be 8 human cards, so I will do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You only
However,
got,
because there's a Baltar, we put in 1 more. And because there's a Boomer, we put in 1 more. So there's a total of 12 cards, which makes sense. 2 of which are you are a Cylon card, 10 of which are you are not a Cylon. Now that deck is automatically shuffled. So if you click on the cards button in your toolbar and then click loyalty.
Cards, loyalty?
The loyalty deck is in the top left corner. Underneath it, you'll see it'll say cards 12.
Yep.
That is the deck we're going to be drawing from. Make sure you right-click on it and click draw to hand.
Okay.
Otherwise,
do that now?
Go ahead. Everyone should draw 1 card at this point.
Okay.
It's 4, 5.
Can I close this window
What
after?
is this?
Your player hand? Or the loyalty card deck. Yeah, you can close that.
Destiny damage. Where's the loyalty? I don't see it.
Oh, if you click on cards,
Oh, you click on cards. My
the
bad.
cards button, and then there's loyalty is in there.
Gotcha. Okay. And just take 1?
The one from the top left corner there, yeah. Good. And I will be drawing 2 at this phase because I am Baltar. 1,
You draw 2? That's weird.
2. Yeah, Baltar, from the very beginning of the show, he's got some sort of like mixed loyalty stuff going on. So he's forced to draw 2 loyalty cards. Halfway through the game, there's 6 loyalty cards left in the deck. Halfway through the game, we will be drawing an additional card, except for Boomer, who will be drawing 2 cards.
So even if you're not a Cylon now,
You may become
might be later, yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm just going to say 1, 2, 3, not it, okay? So that's out there. Definitely not a Cylon, okay?
Wow, that sounds like something a Cylon would say.
Mhm.
I see how it goes.
So about getting rid of Mr. William up there, I'm for that, you know? Put a little more power in Starbuck's hands. What
Obviously.
could go wrong?
Yeah, we could do that. Now, so the Admiral will lose his title if he gets brigged. The President does not lose their title if they go into the brig. However, the administration office can be used to move the President's title from one person to another. All right, so Mathas, or rather I should say Admiral Adama.
Okay.
It is your turn. You have drawn.
Okay.
Have you drawn all 5 of your skill cards?
Yes.
3 leadership, 2 tactics?
Correct.
Okay. So what you have now on your turn is you can take a movement action, and then you can take an action. So you
Okay.
get 1 movement and 1 action. So for your movement, you can go to any other room on the Galactica, which is the ship that you're on right now, this big
Okay.
in the middle of the screen. You can also move to another ship, which is at the top of the screen, top left, there's the Colonial one. It says Press Room, President's Office, Administration.
Okay.
So you can move there, also with your move action, but moving from one ship to another requires that you discard a card.
Okay.
Now,
Interesting.
generally speaking, mostly just the President tends to spend their time over on Colonial 1 because there's President-y stuff you can do over there.
Okay.
Now, there are some threats on the board. Usually, at the start of the game, we're trying to deal with the threats.
Okay.
So one thing you could do, as an example, you could use your move to go to weapons control, and then use your action. The location says action. Like, one of your actions can just be to activate this location, which will allow you to shoot at a Cylon ship. Another thing you could do is go to command and use the action there to activate 2 Vipers. Now, the Vipers can mean launching. These are fighter ships. So
Okay.
you could launch 2 more fighters, or we already have 2 on the board. You could activate them, move them around, and use them to shoot down some of the enemy raiders, which are the enemy fighters. Another thing you might have, some of your skill cards might actually have an action on them, or maybe all the skill cards have actions on them. I'm not sure. So you
Okay.
can do that instead.
Of these action cards, well, all 5 of these are action cards, you said, right?
I think all your skill cards have actions
Okay.
on them that you can take. Some of them are like, I think there's one that you do in response to a die roll or before a die roll. It doesn't count as an action. And there's another one you can do at the end of a skill check. That also doesn't count as an action.
I'm only asking because at the top left of the card, it has a number. Does that represent anything?
You will see what the number does. The number is used to resolve skill checks. When there's a crisis or different activities, we will have to contribute cards to a skill check to determine if we succeed or fail at the skill check.
Okay, gotcha.
And big numbers tend to be much more powerful. Oh, there is one more action you can take as the Admiral. You can nuke. You have 2 nukes available to you. You nuke basically a sector of space, like the one in front of us with the big star and the raiders, and then you roll. Depending on your roll, you might destroy all the things.
Okay, so it's like an emergency button, essentially.
Pretty much, yeah. Some
All right.
people like to nuke early, some people like to nuke late. If you're actually a Cylon, you might want to nuke something stupid.
Nuke the
Like
civilian
nuke
ship.
empty space.
Nuke the dumb areas. Got it. I guess just because basic movement dictates, I'll go to the weapon control and do that first and try that out.
Okay, solid move.
So I'll just go there.
One of the very common moves as well that you get on leadership cards, there's a card called Executive Orders.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those.
Okay, now I will say the biggest rule in Battlestar is secrecy. You can never tell anyone what cards or anything you've got. But you
I
can,
may not have any of them.
But it's the first thing. And yeah, Executive Orders, you use your action to give someone else 2 actions,
Okay,
which is kind of cool.
that is cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Unless they're
so-
a Cylon, in which case you give them a bunch of extra actions and then they destroy the ship.
How do you figure out if somebody's a Cylon? Out of curiosity, can we cover Cylonism? Like, what's the deal? What are their goal? How do we stop them?
They want to kill all humans.
You could pretty much try to figure out who's a Cylon based on how I do things. See, I don't know really personally. I don't know Mathas.
Cylon.
Yeah.
So basically, they could be Cylons. And see, I really know Quill and I really know Demonac. So typically, they could be Cylons too. So that's how I figure things.
The main way you try and figure out who the Cylon is when there are skill checks, because for every skill check, some colors are going to contribute positively, and some colors of skill are going to contribute negatively. They're going to hurt the skill check.
So there's no like tells that come from like in-game tells, rather, outside of out-of-game tells. There's no in-game tells, really?
What I'm saying is, in-game, you're going to see sometimes when we do a skill check, there are going to be a bunch of negative numbers that came up in the skill check. And then you're going to be trying to figure out, there are a couple random ones that are thrown in every time.
Okay.
So just to throw, so we don't know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
But if there are more than 2 negative cards in a skill check, you know that somebody threw in a negative card.
It'll become super obvious once we get through this first skill check. You'll get the mechanic, and you'll see exactly A, how Cylons can fuck humans, and B, how we can try to figure out who is the Cylon, and so on. Now, also, I will say, if you are a Cylon, and I meant to cover this early on, so there are 2 cards. Our loyalty cards will either say, you are not a Cylon, in which case, you're just not a Cylon, at least not for now. Or they will say, you are a Cylon, and they're going to have some sort of action on them, some sort of thing that you can take on your turn as your action.
Okay.
Now, so if you're secretly a Cylon, right? You're going around, you're pretending to be human, you're secretly a Cylon. At any time you want, you can use an action to reveal yourself to be a Cylon. That's what's called like a hard reveal. Like you're flipping the card on your on the board and saying, "Ha! I am a Cylon based on the fact that I have this card."
So it's not really at any time. It is on your turn.
On your turn, you can spend an action. Well, it doesn't have to be on your turn. Just when you have an action available. So if you get executive ordered, for example.
Right, okay, yeah.
You can spend an action to reveal yourself as a Cylon. Now, all of the You Are a Cylon cards will have... So they will do something. They will damage the Galactica or do stuff like that. They will send someone to the sick bay. Can be another one. I think. Or Brig? One or the other. I don't remember. Anyway, every one of them will do something bad. But if you are in the Brig... When you reveal yourself using the card, the action on the card doesn't take effect. You can't play your card from the Brig to damage the Galactica, for example. However, it will still reveal you as a Cylon. Once you are revealed as a Cylon in this manner, then what happens is your character is sort of killed off on the ship, but you respawn in the Cylon fleet. And then there's way more bad stuff that you can do to humans at that point.
Okay, interesting.
So ideally, as a Cylon, you don't want to be caught so that you can reveal at the absolute worst time to really screw over humanity, right? If the Galactica is already heavily damaged and you can reveal yourself to do extra damage, then that's really good. If the humans figure out that you're a Cylon, they might just try to throw you in the Brig, because if they do that, then you're not going to be able to use your super bad ability to screw them quite as hard.
Okay.
So the goal is figure out who the Cylons are, ideally, and throw them in the Brig so
ASP.
that they do less damage, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. All right, so... Keep going then, I guess, or?
Yeah, so you're taking a shot. So
I'm going to take a shot.
You can decide if you're shooting at the fighters or at the base star. Base Star's like a massive, like a Star Destroyer.
I assume they have like extra health?
Yeah, the Raiders are easy to hit. You just need you're going to be rolling an 8-sided die, and on a 3 to 8, you destroy a Raider outright.
Okay.
The base Star is a little harder to hit and takes 3 points of damage before you kill it.
What do I have to roll to hit the base star?
A 4 or greater will damage. Sorry, hold on. 5 or greater. My bad. I was looking at the wrong chart.
So, all right, I'm going to use the guns. I'm actually going to shoot at the base star. I'm going to give that a shot.
Okay. That's good, because not only can it do damage to the base star, it can actually disable its missiles, disable its ability to launch more fighters, that sort of thing.
And I figured that if somebody jumps in and moves the Vipers around, they could take care of the little ships.
And that's true. They're pretty good at doing that. The little ships are really bad at fighting base star. Okay, so you roll an 8, which successfully damages it.
Yay.
Then I'm going to grab one of the damage tokens over here.
Okay.
And just drop it on the board, and it is a disabled weapons, so the base star can no longer fire its missiles at us.
Sweet.
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
That's why I'm the Admiral.
Yeah. So now it's the end of your turn. You have to do a crisis now. At the end of every person's turn, we always do a crisis. If you go to the cards menu and you open up the crisis button.
Crisis button. Got it.
Take the top one off and just drag it down to the main board.
Drag it right onto the main board?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
There we go. So the crisis is food shortage. This card says President chooses. So there's actually not going to be a skill check here. It's the President that chooses. So that would be me, President Gaius Baltar. Excellent. How convenient. So I can choose either -2 food. So you'll notice at the top and top right of the board, there's fuel, food, morale, and population. If any one of those goes to zeros, humans lose.
Where is that?
At the top right of the full game board.
There's 4
Oh,
dials.
I had to scroll up a bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
All these dials.
So if any of those go to 0, humans lose.
So
That's right.
This is 25% of all our food we're talking about here.
That's right. Choice number 1, -2 food. Choice number 2, -1 food. The president discards 2 cards, and the current player, that's you, discards 3 cards. So either way, we lose at least 1 food. The question is, are we losing 1 extra food or 5 skill cards?
So if he chooses to lose 2 food, then he's definitely a Cylon because he's trying to hurt our food supplies. But if he chooses the other one, then he's causing you both to lose a bunch of cards, and he's obviously a Cylon because he wants us to lose skill checks.
Yeah, basically, either way, I'm a Cylon, clearly.
Interesting.
I think, well, this is a really tough decision, actually. I hate losing cards.
Me too.
A lot. But I will say this, because I'm next in the turn order, I'm going to be drawing cards right away.
Yeah, it hurts you less, but it's going to hurt the Admiral more.
Oh, that's true, because I discard 2 and he discards 3. Whatever, acceptable losses. We are going to lose 1 food.
Ah, that's rough. All right, so I choose any 3 of the 5 that I have.
That's right. Just right-click on
where
them
do
and
I
choose
just
discard.
right-click them and discard?
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
I can ditch 2.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a long time till you draw cards again.
Oh my god.
Unlike President Baltar, who's going to draw everything next.
Oh god, this fucking sucks.
We're gonna lose on turn 1 here. It's gonna be Baltar. It's all over.
No. He can't kill us quite that fast. It's going to take him several turns to kill us.
He's gonna draw 16 cards. It's gonna be over.
Okay. I already know what my turn will be spent doing. So, and we have a lot of leadership, so I'm going to go ahead and discard the XO card and a repair card because we have nothing damaged right now. And that's it. So that resolves the crisis. There was actually no skill check this time. It was just a straight-up choice. Now, at the bottom left of the corner of the card, that symbol for the Raiders means the Raiders are activated. They have a very specific AI that they follow. So these fighters will try to shoot at enemy ships if there are any in the space zone that they're in. There isn't any. So then their AI is to go towards the nearest civilian ship, which is at the rear of our vessel. And all other things being equal, they will go clockwise. So all 3 of these Raiders will move to this northern quadrant. And again, I'm getting that slight bit of lag that can happen sometimes. So that will happen. And then at the bottom right of this crisis card, that sort of starburst icon, that's the jump preparation. So we are going to prepare the jump track forward. Those are good. These are really good. So these are just under those resource dials. There's a track that says jump preparation. Every time we get to the end of that track, we hyperspace jump. And then we draw
whether the combat's complete or not.
Yeah, we actually leave those ships behind and just like run away from them. So A, running away from them is really good, and B, our goal ultimately is to jump a certain distance to reach Cobol and to win. Okay. So humans win if we reach Cobol when we still have, at least some resources available.
Okay. So we're probably going to have to jump 4 or 5 times at least. So
yeah.
Okay.
Right. So that's the end of your turn. The turns do go quite quickly after we're done the explanation, because there's really not that much to do.
You get it. Got it.
So I get to draw my turns. I'm going to go, or my cards. I get 2 politics, 1 leadership, and 1 engineering. Then I think my plan is to do president-y kind of things.
Okay.
I think that's probably a pretty reasonable thing for me to do. So my plan then is to just get in that position. I will discard a card to go to the president's office. So I will discard that. So, and then for my action, I'm going to activate the president's office. If you are president, draw 1 quorum card. So I will do that. Quorum cards are like political cards. They let you do political things.
Some of them are very situational. Some of them are very strong, but kind of random. Like they might just fail. Okay. It's interesting.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I got to read. I forgot I started one too.
We find it's very common that the president will sit on a lot of these cards because they keep drawing ones that don't seem very useful, or there's always something more important to do than roll a die and maybe gain 1 morale. But they can make you gain. They can make us gain morale. It's not too easy to gain back resources.
You can even check the loyalty cards of other players at times too, which is kind of strong.
Now, for what I can do as part of this action as well, after I've drawn this quorum card, I can then choose to either play a quorum card or draw an additional one.
Yeah. That's why the president's office is where they usually stay.
Yeah, I will just draw a second card, so I've got some more options for future turns.
The best cards ever.
We have noticed that they just keep stacking up like cards. They're like, this isn't useful, and then they draw another one. This is also not useful.
I mean, technically, right now, though, if you start off as the Cylon, then you don't have to rush things at this point. So that's why he's drawing the second one.
That's right. That's clearly what's going on.
Yeah. Even though if he reveals as a Cylon, then he has to give his title and all the quorum cards to somebody else.
Right. Don't logic me.
So, okay. So we got another choice crisis, which is kind of interesting. We're not getting any skill checks. So this one is president chooses, so that's me.
Oh, Jesus.
Either lose 1 more food, or the president discards 2 cards, and the current player, who is me, discards 3 cards.
Because he is the current player, he would nuke his whole hand, basically.
You don't got any cards.
I would rather not lose my entire hand when it's on my turn, so it's going to take me forever to get any more, which means I won't be able to contribute to skill checks.
You just did that to the Admiral.
Yeah, he's got some cards left. Don't you, Mathas? Don't you have like at least a couple?
I've got a couple.
Yeah, so you've got options. I don't know. We still have so much food.
But aren't you in a room that just basically feeds you cards?
Yeah, different kind of cards, so not skill cards.
Yeah, you can't use those for skill checks.
Well then, never mind.
Oh, that's tough.
Basically, what happens is you sabotage us again, or you completely nuke your hand, so you can't like.
See, this really
show
is
yourself
right here.
as a Cylon.
This is right here where we determine whether Quill is or is not a Cylon. This card right here.
So I have a question real quick. What does my Admiral Quarters rooms do? Choose a character, then I can't read the rest because it doesn't get zoomed in on me.
Yeah, if you hit the plus thing in your toolbar, it is. But you choose a character and you try to brig them. It will start a skill check, which means everyone will contribute skill cards to that test.
Okay.
Based on let's say you've decided that I am clearly a Cylon.
Right. Which is where we're going with this.
Right, of course. Anyone, doesn't just have to be the admiral. Anyone can go to the admiral's quarters, target me, and try to throw me in the brig.
Gotcha.
Then anyone who believes that I am a Cylon deserve to be brigged can throw in skill cards to help with that. And anyone who doesn't think I'm a Cylon and deserve to be brigged, like, for example, me, would then throw in opposite colored cards to compete. Again, once we get to our full first skill check, it'll be really obvious how that works.
All right, sounds good.
There would be some sort of challenge, and based on loyalties and things like that, there would be something going on. I'm thinking I'm going to discard my hand simply based on the fact that I don't have a whole lot of high-powered cards. And I think it'll be okay. And that way we don't lose any food.
Food is good.
I mean, yeah, but what
It's
do
only
you
one
care?
food.
Cylons don't eat food.
That's right, I don't eat food. Honestly, if I really sincerely believe that losing the food is actually fine at this point. But I'm just worried that you guys are going to turn on me right away.
We already know you're a Cylon. You can't get out of it now.
I don't think there's anything I can do. I really think that losing the food is actually the smarter move. It's so early. Probably we just burned through 2 of the only food cards we're going to get in a while.
You never know, though. There are a lot of those food shortage crises.
Yeah. On the bright side, the card at the bottom says that we have to fire missiles from the base star, but as Admiral Adama did so well, they have disabled the missiles there, so none of that, and we advanced the jump track, which is really good.
Yay.
Hooray. It's actually nice. A lot of these times, these choice cards don't let you advance the jump track, so these are working out really well for us.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Starbuck.
Hooray! So I get to draw 5 cards. Good.
Yep, and for your 5th one, you get a choice. You can do either leadership or engineering.
What's typically better?
I think leadership is usually pretty good. If it weren't for the fact that there was like 3 other people with engineering cards in the game, I would say that, you might want to grab 1 engineering, but I would say leadership right now is better.
Yeah.
Especially since Adama had to drop a bunch of his leadership cards.
We just need more variety.
Main function of engineering in the game at this point is just to repair things. We don't have any damaged Vipers, and we don't have any damaged rooms on our ship, so we actually don't need a lot of engineering.
Something a Cylon would say.
Whatever. I've got it covered. I can fix everything.
Hey, if anyone would be the biggest fan of engineering, it would be the robot.
Yeah, but I'm a robot
like
IRL.
for them.
Doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got my cards. So question, how do I, as a pilot, actually go fight those enemy ships? Or should we even bother, because we're so close to jumping now?
We are making good jump progress, that is true. You'll also note, on the jump preparation track, you see the first 3 have like the red, do not enter kind of sign. And the next 2 have a -3 and a -1 underneath it. If you zoom in, you can see that. Basically, when we get to the end of the track where it says auto jump, we just jump. When we're in the 2 blue areas, we can choose to jump at that point. If we go to FTL control on the ship, there's going to be a roll, and 75% of the time, we will lose population. On the first thing, you'd lose 3 points of population. On the second one, you'd lose... Yeah, losing 3 is bad. Losing 1...
Not so bad.
...is often very acceptable.
You have 12.
Yeah, you have a lot of population, and sometimes it can go pear-shaped, but often when you're at the -1, you're like, you know what? Hey, and a quarter of the time, you won't lose any population at all, so... yeah.
So the next question is, how far do the enemy ships advance on if they actually get a turn to advance?
If they activate, they only ever move 1 space sector.
So they need to activate twice to even get close to the civilian ships.
That's right.
Right,
and if you did want to launch yourself inside of a Viper, you can do that from this hangar bay where you are. The action there is launch yourself in a Viper, take 1 move. It should be noted only pilots can do that. So only Starbuck and Boomer.
And then the next question is it even worth doing that? Like, how long would it take me as a player to get around to where the enemies are?
On your turn, you get a movement and an action, including in a Viper. So you can move 1 space tile, and then as an action, you can try to shoot. So at least I don't think I'm getting that wrong. I think that's the case. I think I double-checked last time. I haven't played a lot of pilots, but I'm pretty sure that's it. So it can take a little bit of time, but if someone XOs you, uses an executive orders card on you...
Extra actions, right?
Yeah.
But not extra movement?
Basically, you get to do a movement and an action, or 2 actions. It's actually a really cool card.
Okay.
If you're already in the right place, you get 2 actions.
Can pilots use an action to move as well?
That's what I'm going to double check. I think I looked it up last time, and the answer is no, but I'm going to verify.
I know you looked it up last time. I don't remember what the answer was. One thing worth noting, though, it feels like we're moving really fast along the jump track, but there are a lot of crises that don't advance the jump track.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
We've been lucky in that one aspect so far.
So long as we take out these 3 small ships, though, the big ship can't hit us, so we're safe.
See. You want me to get out there and get hammered. Okay.
Wait, what? No, just jump in the... Can you jump into the weapons control room with me? Or is it only... Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You could totally do that.
Oh, yeah?
You go in there and shoot down some raiders.
Another possibility is someone could go to the command room just below weapons control, and there you can activate 2 unmanned Vipers, or activate 1 unmanned Viper twice, I think.
Yes.
So that would let you move one of them into the sector that has the civilian ships. As long as there are any Vipers there, the enemies have to attack the fighters first before they can blow up civilian ships.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Of course, we shouldn't open up all of this information because he's a Cylon.
Too late.
Oh man, because I have some cards that can be used only if I'm piloting a ship.
Yeah, all your piloting cards are generally like that.
A bunch of them, yeah.
I do want to correct myself. On your turn, if you are in a Viper, you can use your movement to move, and then your action is to quote-unquote activate the Viper, and that may be to attack or also to move again.
Oh, okay.
So you can do a double move inside of a Viper, but then you wouldn't be attacking, obviously.
Yeah, but at this point, I'm so far away, I might as well just move closer. Or I can just shoot from the ship.
Yeah. Also, I will say that piloted Vipers are actually relatively difficult to shoot down, especially if you have any piloting cards in your hand that force a reroll.
Oh yeah, I got piloting cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, what would be easier for us? Would it be easier to shoot from the ship, or would it be easier to shoot from a piloted Viper?
Well, shooting from the ship would be immediate and might kill something, but having a Viper there, because a Viper can actually protect the civilian ships just by being there, It makes a big difference. And of course, the piloted ones are at least 2 points harder to for the enemies to destroy.
Okay, you've convinced me. You want me to die? Gotcha.
Can you actually die in the ships?
No.
No.
It's sent to sick bay.
Yeah, if your ship is damaged or destroyed when you're in space, you go to the sick bay.
Okay.
In fact, in the base game, there's no way for the characters to die at all.
So how do we actually get? You said to. How do you launch a Viper? How do you actually do that?
So you're in the hangar bay, and on the
I am.
hangar bay, the text says "Action: Launch yourself in a Viper."
Oh, I couldn't see.
And
it
then
'cause
take one more
some
action.
Fathead was in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Launch yourself
So-
in a Viper.
So here's what we do. Are you doing it?
What?
Are you doing it?
How do you actually do it though? Action:
Okay.
Launch yourself in a Viper.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just declare it. Then what I'm going to do is take one of the Vipers from the top of the board.
Oh, you do it.
Well, anyone can do it. There's
anyone.
a bunch of Vipers sitting at the top of the board. They're just little
Oh,
tokens.
okay.
The Vassal engine doesn't really enforce game rules.
Okay, so these
Just
things
move
are
them.
just anyone can move this stuff. I gotcha.
Yeah. Now, if you actually
Oh.
right-click on one of the ships, you can click Add Pilot, and you can add yourself there to put a little picture.
Oh no, it's locked up again. Oh, there we
Oh.
go. There we go. Okay, add pilot. Boomer, Apollo, Starbuck. Bingo. Hooray!
And then we'll actually just take your character and just put her off to the side of the board.
Okay, so
Actually,
that was my
let's do-
movement, right?
That was your action
That was my action.
to activate. But as part of the text, it says you may then take one more action.
Oh,
so you can
God.
actually move again if you'd like.
Well, I'm definitely gonna move. We're gonna head over to Mr. Civilian Ship area.
There you go. So the way the enemy ship AI goes, if they go into a space sector and there's a Viper in that sector, they will shoot at that first. If there are no Vipers, then they will shoot at civilian ships. And if they shoot at civilian ships, it's an auto kill. They just destroy the ship outright.
Do they
Against you, they would roll.
do they automatically attack when they enter a sector?
No.
Okay.
No, so that would take another activation. So
Okay.
just being there, you've made us significantly safer.
Okay, good to know.
Now you have to make us unsafe by drawing a crisis card.
All right, crisis card. This sounds fun. I have to zoom out to do that. Crisis card. Where are
Starbuck
the,
does
the
have
button at the top in the toolbar.
Oh,
the cards. Yeah. Cards, crisis.
Got it.
And then drop it onto the board.
they? Draw to hand or just reverse?
Just drop it onto the board, drag and drop.
Oh, drag and drop.
In this case, drag and drop is good because everyone's supposed to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we
there
have a
it
skill
is.
check.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no, skill check.
But
So,
we
yeah,
also,
so-
we also get to
Oh, go ahead.
advance the drive again. We're good.
Yeah. So we'll do that. We'll do that at the end here.
That's
but
the
yeah.
last thing you do.
So the card is Hangar Accident. It is a skill check. The difficulty is 10, and the following colors are good. You can see the little tabs on the left-hand side there. Purple, red, and blue are good cards. That is to say, engineering, tactics, and piloting. Right? Yes. Actually, I said it wrong, but tactics, piloting, and engineering are good cards for this skill check, whereas leadership and politics are bad cards for this skill check. Our goal is to get a total of 10. So on your skill cards in the top left corner, there's numbers there. We want numbers that add up to 10.
I like
But
how
he-
I like how the best results like woohoo.
Yeah.
No effect.
No effect. Yeah.
That's
I mean, it's
usually
go
the best
teams.
result.
So if we fail outright, then we lose the population and damage 2 Vipers.
Uh-huh.
If we get to at least 7 or higher, then it's just lose 1 population. And if we get to 10 or higher, no bad things happen whatsoever.
That's cool.
I do want
Like
to
how that
point.
works.
I do want to point out. I obviously not for this particular crisis card, but I was just reading. I don't think I ever noticed this, but Starbuck has one of the most powerful
Yeah.
once per games in the game.
So the Secret Destiny,
Immediately draw a crisis card.
or immediately after a
Oh,
crisis
immediately
card.
after it's revealed, discard it and draw a new one.
That's fucking good.
Yeah. So
It's ridiculous.
when you get to a situation where we're like, okay, if we fail the skill check, we just lose. You could be like, nope. Or if you're secretly a Cylon,
Be
you
like,
can
yep.
find a skill check that's like, this seems innocuous. Let's dig down to something nastier.
So
Yeah.
what?
There are
what is-
also some of the
Some-
crisis cards are a big fleet of Cylons that'll just start appearing all over the board.
Those
So-
are usually really bad.
In the
think?
right situation, you might want to kill that with your ability. I'm just saying.
then the question is, what is the hardest skill check? Like with the least amount of playable groups of cards and then the highest number.
They're all pretty balanced. If the difficulty is high, usually they add more colors. If it's only 2 colors allowed, it'll be a difficulty like 7 or 8. So they're all kind of samey.
So
There-
if-
Unless there's super crisis.
Well, still,
that's
this one's only
ridiculous, but-
difficulty. This one's only difficulty 10. There are some that are like difficulty 14 or something.
Jesus,
15.
okay.
Yeah, they're pretty rare. So, I mean, I definitely wouldn't use your ability now. But it is worth everyone double checking what your abilities are, both your advantage, disadvantage, and your everyday thing. Like Thrace, when she's piloting a Viper, she takes double actions, but only if you start your turn piloting a Viper. So it didn't apply this time.
Oh, I can't even do my Admiral Quarters thing. That's his disadvantage.
That is his disadvantage.
That's right.
He's too much of a big softy.
That's right.
Apparently.
You can never brig anyone. That's interesting.
All right, so now we just drag cards onto the skill check thing, I'm assuming?
Yeah, well, here's what happened. I actually just assembled a Destiny deck. The Destiny deck has 2 of each skill card added already. It gets shuffled, and then I'm going to add 2 of those to the skill check. So right away, there are 2 cards in the skill check, and we have no idea what color they are.
Okay.
They could be good, they could be bad, and we don't know.
Right. Now, the order of adding skills to the skill check is actually starts with the person immediately to the left, or the next person to play after the active player. So the active player is the last person throwing cards. So it's actually Galen Tyrol who puts in the cards first.
All right, well, I only have 1 useful card, but this seems like a pretty big deal. It'll save me a lot of repairs later if I can just stop it from happening. So I will throw a card into the skill check. There we go.
Then it's my turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, actually,
It's Boomer.
Sorry.
Mine.
Yeah, okay,
Which, it's all good, actually, given the nature of everything. I know you guys are probably going to draw your own conclusions from this, but I'm not tossing in any cards.
Wait a minute. Look, the primary colors here are purple, red, and blue. Your colors are purple, red, and blue.
Right.
You're like the one that can help us the most.
Anything you could possibly do would be helpful
This
right
is
now.
true. I do have, technically, the ability to help you the most, but... do I?
Now, this is Boomer, right? Interesting.
This is Boomer.
I'm confident that Boomer is not a Cylon at this point.
See, I'm getting the
Wink,
feeling
wink,
that
nudge, nudge.
you and Boomer are the 2 Cylons right now.
Well, I'm going to find out on my turn. I'm going to use my Cylon detector.
What?
We're going to find this shit out. I was thinking about saving it for the second half, but honestly, yeah.
So he's not tossing any cards at my turn?
Yeah, loops around to Adama.
I can't believe you're not helping Boomer.
He's
done.
bluffing.
You can put in any number of skill cards, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay.
You can dump your whole hand if you want. I mean,
I'm going to keep 1 skill card at least, so...
Yeah, that's the thing. You still have to wait a while until you get any more skill cards.
Right. How long do I have to wait?
At the start of your turn.
We're on
It's not
Kara's
that close.
turn, so there are another 2 whole turns, another possible 2 crises.
Oh,
before
that's right.
the cards again.
Okay. Yeah,
So, Adama, are you putting in a card? If you do, right...
I did. I put 1 card in.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, good. So, now it's me. So, wait, what are the colors again? So, I can put in... Well, I only have 1 color I can put in.
Does it tell you what card I put in, or is it only telling me what I
No,
put in?
it's all face down.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that's not true. Because drag the card in, we can actually see what you said. You put Launch Scout, Tactics 1 to the skill check.
Okay, so
Don't
in the
do that.
future,
Always
always
right-click.
just-
Oh,
Yeah,
Right click.
Click is
Noted.
better for almost everything.
I can't actually see that.
In the chat log? No?
Oh, in the chat log. Oh, I'm looking,
That's what I was
at
looking
the
at.
card.
Like, wait a minute.
I'm-
Why
I'm-
is everybody...
I'm zooming in on the card as far as I can go. I'm like, that's still the back of the card. No. Okay.
Okay, well,
Well,
me,
I
and
mean, that's a-
me and Mathas are buddies right now. Everybody else is to be discerned.
Okay, now Starbuck.
Okay. Skill check done. And
you put in 1
skill
card?
check. I'm gonna put in. Oh,
You have lots of cards you could put in. You're the right color.
Yeah. I've got 1 that's gonna be a big help. I think it's enough. I think it's
Okay.
enough.
You put in a big one.
What is the worst possible number that one of the skill cards could have?
I think they go up to 5 in the base set.
-5.
From 1 to 1 to 5, yeah. So you can have a -5 or a +5. Those are extremely rare, though.
Okay, I'll risk it.
A lot of them are going to be low numbers. You're going to get a lot of 1s and 2s.
All right. So
Okay, so-
I think we're good.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread out the skill check 1 at a time. So that is... Whoa!
It's worth noting you don't know the order because when you pull cards off the skill check pile, it pulls them off in a random order. People were concerned
Oh my
about that
God.
in comments last time.
Where's the crisis card?
Crisis is just below the skill check
yeah.
pile.
Oh, man. That is
Okay.
rough.
So on the good side, we have... Wow, that 5. So that's 6, 10, 13 to the good side. And then on the bad side, we actually have 7. So that is an 6. Oh my God!
my goodness. So wow.
And they're both
Wow.
politics,
Boomer.
Is that what that is?
They are
Boomer.
Because it's only 2 negative cards, theoretically, they could both have come from the Destiny deck, from the unknown card.
Theoretically,
They took
you could have
both
played
of the
1
2
card
of
and
them.
made it perfect for us. Theoretically.
Theoretically.
It is worth noting at this point, the only two people who have politics in their skill sets are myself and the chief.
Yep.
And then, yeah, but
One
2
card.
cards did go in from the random pile. So we ended up with a total of 6, which means we failed.
Yep. So we
Like we failed
damaged.
total. We even failed like the backup fail.
Yes, we did.
-1 population and damage to Vipers.
Now I've got all this work to do.
Damn.
2 damage and a population. We have a lot of population, though. It's actually the Vipers that might be the worst. Although Tyrol is next, and he's really good at repairing, so it should be okay.
Yeah, we gave you something to do. You should feel, I don't know, happy.
Useful.
Yeah, useful.
Discard those, and I think that brings us to the end of Starbuck's turn. That was a bad turn, Starbuck. I'm just saying.
It's not my fault Boomer chose not to participate.
Well-
She's sitting over in the corner going, I don't want to play.
You could have easily used your secret destiny.
That would be
well,
before
it's
we
too
did
late.
That would be before we actually put cards in, though.
Yeah, it's immediate.
Yeah, I know.
I will point out that apparently last time we screwed up Boomer's ability. It's at the with her ability to sort of like look at the crisis deck. It's at the end of your turn, which means after you resolve the crisis. You don't get to like look at the crisis and then put it at the bottom and then do your crisis. You do everything, including resolve your crisis, and then Boomer, you get to look at the top card of the crisis deck and put it at the bottom.
Which means theoretically the player after you could use the scouting action, like if they get one, and could
Right.
figure out what you put on the pile.
Well, we'll know if you leave it at the top. We're gonna see it.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's not a yeah.
Yeah. That
Okay.
gets kind of dangerous for anybody who could potentially be a Cylon as Boomer.
So you can just you can kind of cheat it and just avoid suspicion if you just always put it at the bottom. Because like all the crises are bad, and if you put it at the bottom, then we can't blame you for it in theory.
It also says you may, so you don't really have to either. So
That's
I
true.
don't know why you wouldn't, though.
Now,
So Chief, it is your turn.
all right. So I got to draw my cards.
Fix everything, Chief. I done goofed.
Unless the Chief put in the politics card.
Nah, he wouldn't do that. I trust the Chief. He fixes my Vipers. He doesn't damage my Vipers. Come on.
I'm not making more work for myself.
Exactly.
You guys, you pilots always like breaking things. You don't appreciate how much work goes into keeping these Vipers operational.
Hey, I
It sounds
appreciate
like you
it, okay?
enjoy robotics more than you should, sir.
Robotics. The Vipers are damn near ancient technology because we have to use non-network.
To a Cylon.
What the heck? Is that? I can't find. Oh, got my character card in my like hand, and it was like some of the cards were going underneath it. I was like, "What? Where'd my cards go? Didn't play them on the board." Okay, so it's my turn. I've got stuff now. I guess. Well, the obvious thing to do is I'm going to first. Well, I guess I'm not going to move. I'm going to use the repair card to repair those 2 Vipers that you so cavalierly trashed.
Nice.
Damn it, Boomer.
What did I do?
You didn't
My
help!
special-
Oh,
And my special amazing superpower is that when I use the repair card, I can take another action right away. So this basically didn't cost me an action because I am
Nice.
amazing.
It's super good.
You
Yeah.
did it in no time flat.
Discard. Yep.
He delegates, really, is what happens. Takes all the credit. and he gets
of my
Kaylee to do
job-
all the work.
most of the engineer's job is to complain and overestimate the repair times. I learned that from Star Trek.
Yeah, the Scotty.
So for my actual action, what would be good? You know, I think I'm going to executive order Starbuck.
All right, what's
So-
up?
So I'm giving you more actions, basically. You can either take one move and one action, or 2 actions. Either way. I
Okay.
don't know how important it is, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you're on the side of justice right now, and
Well, what can I possibly do then? I can't really reach the enemy and attack. I can get closer.
you could get closer.
All right, let's get closer. Let me drag over there. Whoop.
It sounds like the engineer wants you to die. I think he's got it out for pilots.
maybe. Especially after that comment about trashing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
if I
He
take
doesn't like to see machinery.
if I take one
destroyed.
action doing that, what else can I do? I can use one of my action cards, but I can't.
Yeah,
there's nothing.
as
I
long
can
as it's
do.
not in executive orders, because you're not allowed to chain them. So it's possible that was not the greatest move. I don't know. But
Well, I mean, I can move once, and I think that's all I can do. That's
You could have XO'd me. I have
guess
lots
you
of things I can do.
yeah, I bet.
all right. No, I that's all I can do. Sorry.
I guess you could move one more time and move into their sector. But
Can I
then
move
they'd be-
twice?
Yeah, you have the two action. Like you can your action when you're in a Viper can also be to move, basically.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know if that's. I don't know how smart that is.
I'm gonna put myself right between these these three enemies. What could possibly go
You
wrong?
got this. Don't worry,
got
I'm only
this.
shooting a giant cannon into the fight.
Leroy Starbucks.
I
Yeah.
assume it is not like a miss by 5 or more hit your friend mechanic.
Let me know when you're gonna shoot at these little guys, and I'll just kind of zoom out to the edge of the border here, right there.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine.
There's
There's
no
no
risk
risk
of
of friendly
friendly
fire. Not even if you nuke the space area.
Yeah,
Somehow.
they're friendly fire nukes.
So it is still the Chief's turn. So at this point, I believe you have to resolve a crisis now.
Yes, that's right.
There we go.
I've done my actual stuff. So if next person could executive orders Starbuck, then
That
she
would
could
be
go
really good.
crazy and blow them all up.
Unfortunately, the next person is Boomer, and Boomer does not get leadership.
Boomer does not play. I've noticed
Okay.
that.
Let's see what horrible crisis we get. We have
Silent
screening.
screening.
What is this?
I'm gonna move it down to the current crisis.
This doesn't sound like a very effective screening. It doesn't actually reveal anything.
I was
Oh
gonna
no,
say,
wait,
what
it
does
does
this
say
even
random
do?
card. Never mind. Oh, that's so interesting.
Oh, that is weird.
What?
Bill and Gaius are face to face.
Mm-hmm.
So as usual, as in most of these cards, the pass is no effect, but the fail would be we lose one morale, but
Which is bad.
the current player gets to look at one random loyalty card belonging to the president or admiral. So I
Which is
basically
good.
I pick one of you two
Yep.
and look at one of your loyalty cards. If it was the admiral, I would look at his only loyalty card. If it was Baltar, he's super suspicious, so he's got two of them to hide his intentions.
Mhm.
See, that's actually really interesting.
It is, but-
I like that fail. Is that a bad thing?
Well, it says you do that, or each player discards 2 skill
Well,
cards.
yeah,
that's the
lose
thing.
a morale
as
in
current
addition.
player, I can choose to, instead of the skill check, make everyone discard 2 cards.
Oh,
Which-
gotcha.
That has a certain advantage in that we're going to spend skill cards on the skill check itself, too, right? So you do that. But in this case, that would just seem very evasive because it would be like,
yeah.
that would be super
Right,
suspicious because then it's like, what, I'm the Cylon and I don't want the screenings to happen, so I'm not going to choose that option. That'd be silly. So I guess we're going to take the skill check.
Okay.
It's going to
So
be up to each of us to figure out what we put in.
I'm going to deck a Destiny 1 and 2. And the first person to put in cards will be Boomer.
Boomer does not have the right colors.
I don't have the right colors. There's really nothing. I
But here's
can-
what's interesting. You could choose to fail it.
Yeah, come on, Boomer. Come
Well,
on.
I
I already
thought
know
of
you're a
that.
Cylon. Okay, come on. I already know. So go ahead and show everyone else you're a Cylon. Put in some
yeah.
cards. Go on.
You're actually
I
pretty safe,
don't-
Boomer, because I can't look at your cards. It said the screenings are only for the president or admiral. I'd have to pick one of them, so I can't even check out your
Right.
silent card.
I realize that, although I don't like the idea of losing the morale.
That's true.
That is true.
Is our morale low automatically?
It's fine right now. It's at 10, which is
Oh,
the
10.
starting value. We haven't lost any yet.
Everybody's
There are a lot of
super
things
happy.
that make you lose morale. There are actually some things that make you gain morale, whereas it's very hard to gain the other resources. I don't think there's any way to gain population.
Is there Soylent
base
Green?
game.
Technically, the way I'm looking at it right now, I mean, even though I don't want to lose the morale, I'm also looking at the way that I don't actually trust the chief currently, but I'm going to hope that, maybe there's a gentleman's agreement going on, and maybe we can just fail it, and you can choose one of the admiral's or the president's cards, and maybe we can figure out something in this mess. I'm not going to play a card, actually. I'm done.
Well, it's worth noting also the colors. Boomer doesn't have any good colors for this one. It's the opposite of the last one. This one is only politics and leadership that count.
So if Boomer is passing, then it goes to Adama.
Okay, I am actually going to pass. I only have 1 card, and it's not.
It's
gonna
not worth it
So-
for this. Yeah.
I don't
Oh
care.
man, the president
Okay.
screwed you so hard.
Doesn't sound like a Cylon.
All right. Well, I can. These are my colors.
Uh-huh.
So
Yep.
I can. Where's. Okay. I was almost going to put it in Destiny deck. Move to skill check. Move to skill check. Okay.
Suppose you want to make
Starbuck.
sure it doesn't fail.
Starbuck actually wants this to fail. I want to know I want at least someone
Oh,
else.
you should have told me. Oh, well,
I want someone else to know. I want the chief to know someone in power, whether they're Cylon or not. I want the
Once
chief
the
to know
chief knows,
that.
can't he just tell the rest of us?
yes, but we don't know whether to believe him or not.
Yeah,
we
that's the
can't-
thing.
You can't trust anyone.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys. Oh, that's true. Okay.
But
Yeah.
I could help. I do.
I wouldn't have wasted my cards. Well, that's okay.
I do have a leadership card, but I'm not going to help. I
All right,
pass.
and now Chief, who actually has a lot of politics and leadership.
I have a bunch of cards, but you know what? A lot of people, there seems to be a consensus that we want to just let this one go.
Oh my god, I wouldn't have wasted any cards.
No, you wouldn't have. But
Because I was the one who pointed out that we could, and no one picked up on it. We're like, no, it's fine. We'll work on this. I'm like, all right, whatever. Cards then.
everyone's like fail, and I don't want to, especially with every time someone passes and doesn't put in cards, it makes it less valuable to put in cards.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like
So-
at this point you save your cards, and that's the thing. It is a perfectly valid strategy to look at one of the crises and be like, listen, I mean, it sucks to fail, but let's not waste any cards because it's not that bad.
You can spend a lot of cards and still fail, and that's much worse.
Okay, so now
This one, the fail's not that bad, so I'm just gonna let it go. I'll put in no cards.
Okay, so
Now it could still go either way because of the Destiny deck.
and I am ready to get
blue?
my ship shot up. So let's.
it's yellow. That is a red.
Yeah, your ship will get shot up.
So it is 3 to the good and 2 to the negative, which means it's a net of 1, which clearly means a fail.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Okay, so I have to pick either the President or the Admiral.
I have decreased the morale.
Oh, I just did. Never mind.
Wait. It was a fail? I thought it was.
It was a fail.
We ended up with a total of 1, which means it's a fail, which
One
means
is
it's a -1 morale, but the chief
Okay,
gets to
gotcha.
look at a card.
Yeah, this one was really messed up because the fail had something. It could be positive or it could be negative, depending on how you look at things.
I'm doing the math wrong. That's all. I thought I said +1. I thought that meant pass. I have no idea.
No, the number on the top of the card is 9.
Oh, 9. I
Yeah.
didn't see. I completely.
Yeah.
forgot. I thought it was just weighing the positives and the negatives.
Okay,
Continue.
no.
Stupidity on my end. Continue.
That's what Quill was doing in terms of figuring out.
Right. No. Yep, I gotcha.
Okay, so
it's interesting.
Yeah, even though Baltar is more likely to be the Cylon, but the problem is, if I look at one of his cards, I know one of his cards is "You're not a Cylon."
What if he has both
Wait,
Cylons?
So if
How
I
do
get
you
a
know
card-
that? That's interesting, because wouldn't that imply that Galen?
Game
we-
rules,
No,
That
I could
means
have,
we
I could
know.
have 2
Oh,
You Are a
man.
Cylon cards.
This is
Very-
But if you're
Interesting.
saying that you know I don't have 2.
that was a wonderful slip up there,
Yeah.
Galen.
That was this is what we call Freudian slip.
No, Freudian would have a different implication, but that
No,
was
no.
an interesting slip
I would- I
up.
wasn't
It's when you
thinking-
say one thing and you're thinking of a mother.
I wasn't thinking of
That's Oedipus. Oh my god.
It's all to do with your mother.
Anyway, my point still stands. Like, I don't learn anything much if I get his "You're not a Cylon" card if he has one, because he could still be a Cylon. Where if I check the Admiral's card, then I know for sure whether or not I can trust him, and at least until we get to the halfway mark.
Getting bad feelings about you, Chief.
True.
So I'm going to look at William Adama's
Who am I passing this
So
to?
yeah, what
player
player?
3.
So you right click on it and say pass to player 3. There you go.
Okay, I will look at that card and then I will pass it back.
And what player?
Player 5.
Player 5.
5.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that is very interesting.
But that's it?
Why?
Oh my god. This drives me bonkers.
It's interesting.
I'm gonna have to use my Cylon detector on Adama
say-
just so I know too. Although I'm thinking,
Why is
oh
that
god, there's so many good options.
It's
So-
Boomer. It's Boomer.
Maybe you should use it on yourself.
But now here's the thing: if I tell everyone what it is, then that's going to create a split in the ship immediately because people who believe me and people who don't believe me, it's going to be a mess.
Just fucking say it. Who cares?
No other game shows as much dissent as this.
I would say what I have, but I get confused as to what he is contemplating right
Yeah,
now.
no,
you
that's-
can't say what you have.
well,
I mean, you can say,
you can-
obviously. You can be like,
I
of course
can-
I'm not
I
a
can-
Cylon, even though I am a Cylon.
I can
Really.
say what I saw.
Right.
Will anyone trust me? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that the Admiral is a Cylon.
What? Okay.
Well, pretty sure.
This is coming from the
There's
guy
some
who
gray
just
area?
said that he's positive that the other guy has at least only one human card.
Brig him, because he can't brig himself.
I'm thinking.
Oh god.
I don't know if you guys want to follow in line, but I have a very bad
Just
feeling
messed up.
about Chief right now.
I mean, it certainly implies that either Adama or the Chief
That's what happened when I say it. That's why I'm concerned.
There's really no other possibility.
I still like the slip up that he had earlier with 2 cards, and he might be a Cylon.
No, I was just making a mistake. I was assuming that there was only one in the first round of cards. I forgot that they were like all shuffled together.
Yeah, that's right. Anywho, with that being said, the crisis is now over. We have to activate the raiders. Oh my god, who got Starbuck to go out in the middle of all these raiders?
I think it was a chief.
It might have been the chief. I don't remember for sure. I've been out here flying for so long I can't remember.
He gave him that executive order.
So I went for the
I was like giving her options. I did warn it was risky.
So each one of them is going to take a shot. On a 5 to 7, you will be damaged. On an 8, it's destroyed. Now, either way, what happens is Starbuck would go to sickbay.
Oh.
It just determines whether the Viper goes into the damage.
You can't actually die.
So the first one will roll. Oops, wrong button. And get a 6.
Which
now,
does
do you have a card you would like to defend yourself with, Starbuck?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see.
There's an evasive maneuvers card, I believe it's called, that will force a reroll, and if it's a piloted Viper, it's a reroll at like -2 or something.
All right, I can right-click and move to...
You can just discard it. We'll
just discard it?
Yeah,
okay, there it is. There's the evasive maneuver. Okay, so that Raider or Raptor number 1.
You missed me.
Raider number 1 has to reroll at a -2.
Nice.
So he gets a 1, so he misses.
Beautiful.
Second one is going to go. Roll a 1.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Third one
Can't
is going
hit
to
anything.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Dodge and
Piloting. There you
There's
go.
an epic pilot there.
Yeah, then on your turn, you got to go maximum firepower. And just
Woo! Woo! Yeah.
I applaud your skills at not giving me more work to do.
Better come back without a scratch. Otherwise, I'll reveal that I'm a Cylon and destroy you all.
Okay, so that
I got
was
your word, right? Like, not a scratch.
So that was the end of the chief?
That is the end of the chief, so now it is Boomer.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to do something, Boomer?
Maybe.
Make a choice. What did you do on your last turn? Because you were in the armory. Or, wait. No, this is the first
round.
Turn yet. We just got started. It'll go much faster once
she's had 2 skill checks, and she's done squat.
You'll notice on the last 2 crises, we did not get a jump prep. So our jump got slowed down quite a bit there.
Pretty terrible.
Wait a minute. I thought we did have a 3rd jump prep.
Nope.
Can you check the crisis?
If you look at if you open up the crisis window and you can see the one that was discarded last, Cylon's Greetings, there's no jump prep on that one.
No, not that one. Like, can you see the list of all the crisis that we've had?
You can pull them out and see the one before. There's hangar accident, water shortage. Oh, we have had 3. We forgot to do one.
See?
Yeah.
Who did we forget?
Oh my goodness.
Who did we forget to do one?
1, 2, 3, not a Cylon. There you go.
Did we skip Starbuck?
No, we've done crisis.
No, we just skipped the jump prep on one of those.
Okay, we didn't skip a crisis. All right, so we should be at
4 crises, 3 jump checks, and we missed one of the jumps.
All right, good catch.
My goodness, you're trying to kill us all.
Yeah, I know. We advanced on my turn. I'm just saying.
Well, mine turn didn't give us a choice. So.
I'm looking at all the options, and I am going to play. Actually, I should probably move first. Let me look at this. Actually, I don't want
probably the armory is not very useful for most of the game.
Not right now.
The armory is where you go if there are any Cylons that get aboard the ship, like the actual obvious Cylons, because they're the human-looking Cylons. They're causing all this trouble, but they're also the old style, like just warrior Cylons. They're armored, like by your command, like shoot us type Cylons.
I don't exactly know where I would want to go, though. No place is really all that brilliant.
You could shoot from weapons.
Yeah, weapons control, you could take a shot.
You could also just jump us at this point. There'd be a risk of losing a lot of pop, though.
No.
3 population.
I don't think it really warrants it.
You could brig the chief.
Could he also shoot the starbase?
Yes.
Oh, that'd be great.
And then if you're shooting at the base star, it is a 5 and above will damage it.
Isn't this base star just useless right now anyway, though?
It can still launch more ships.
Oh, okay.
It can't fire missiles, but it can launch ships.
Brig and me isn't that useful since the Cylon is the Admiral, but also if just look at it either way. If you don't know which one of us is the Cylon, what do I do that's special? I'm the friggin' chief, like I fix things. What does the Admiral do that's special? When we jump, he gets to pick where we go. He could be picking all the like 1 distance things. So instead of jumping about 4 or 5 times, we'd have to jump like 9 times.
Can he jump us backwards?
No.
Oh.
You make a very good point. So what I'm going to do is launch a scout.
Ah, yeah, good card. So
And I am going to find out, hopefully.
So Boomer moved to the Admiral's quarters, but didn't actually activate the Admiral's quarters. You'll then launch a scout, which lets you look at the top destination or crisis card.
Let's look at.
So you got to roll first. You got to roll a die.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
doesn't automatically work.
You got to get 3 or above to succeed.
It's 3 or above. That's stats. And
Ooh.
wait.
Don't you have to play that card before the die roll?
The die roll one has to be played before, I think.
Where is it? Oh, it does say play before. Oh, well, that's a derp on my part because I thought it was after.
I wouldn't have spent it on that die roll anyway.
Oh my goodness.
All right, that's okay. Vipers, or rather Raptors, are meant to be destroyed. That's what they exist for.
Yeah, those Raptor tokens, literally all they do is they get destroyed when they scout, or they don't. But technically, if we run out of them, then we can't scout anymore. Can I repair them, or when they're damaged, they're just like gone?
This is destroyed, not damaged.
They're lost, left behind
forever.
Goodbye, little raptor.
A little Raptor that could.
Or could
not.
So Boomer didn't really do much on her turn. Still some suspicion going on there.
Blamed
Some.
me.
Yeah, that's true. She played the blame game, then did nothing. I see how it is.
I am good for that. Let's see.
I just
I
like
need to
how
draw a card, right? I need to draw the
crisis card.
Yep. Yeah, that's about all I can do currently.
I just like how Boomer's sitting in that room waiting to brig someone.
No, I just drag this to the.
Yeah, for
right?
crisis, it's easiest to just drag it to the board because everyone's supposed to see it.
Oh
no! All right, so okay, we're about to jump, so it's not so bad.
I guess.
All right, ambush card. Step 1 is current base stars would fire their missiles. However,
can't do it.
No missiles to fire because it's been disabled. That's good.
Yes, that part's excellent.
Step 2. We got a base star behind us.
That's a bad ambush.
Oh wow.
There's some sound effects going on.
Action stations. Set condition 1 throughout the ship. This is not a drill. Repeat. Action stations. Set condition 1 throughout the ship. This is not a drill.
Oh my god, that is a lot of ships. Like dragging us out here. Like,
really.
All right, I think that covers it.
Jesus. Okay. Well.
Oh no! Here's the thing. Starbuck, you could use your secret destiny. I don't think it's really mattering right now. I think we're okay.
We are close to jumping. It may not be the time for that, but man, that is an ugly ambush.
It is interesting that between Starbuck and Boomer, we actually have a lot of control over the crisis cards.
So the question is, would it be a good idea to secret destiny this since we're so close to jumping?
Well, yeah, and that's it.
This crisis does not advance the jump.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is also true. So yeah, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. This is a really bad card to draw, but we're actually relatively close to jumping.
Problem is no pilot's going to go for several turns. So if the raiders activate, they're going to blow up 2 civilian ships in that back quadrant. So what we need is the admiral's going next. We need him, if he's not a Cylon, to activate two of those Vipers. Like go down to command, activate 2 of those Vipers, and move them into the rear quadrant.
Yeah.
Or
can I just jump? Can I just jump us?
You could actually just jump us.
Technically.
Which at this point it does have a chance of costing 3 population, but oh man, what a beautiful jump.
We're probably going to lose at least 3 population when those ships go. Jumping would not be horrible.
That's what I was thinking, jumping, because I mean, granted, we could send Vipers out. At the same time, we're fucking outnumbered.
So step 1 is Kara has to announce whether she's using her secret destiny.
And I'm gonna open that up to your guys' opinions. What would you guys think? Would this be a good time to do secret destiny, or should we save it for a more drastic scenario?
Well, being that
that's a tough one.
We are capable. Okay, right now we are capable of jumping, regardless. Right? I would probably. My opinion is that we should probably save it for something a little bit more critical. Say, for instance, this sort of thing happens when we aren't anywhere close to jumping.
Right.
Right.
The problem is just if the admiral reveals now.
Oh, well, there's that too.
She's going next. That would pretty much doom those 2 ships.
And Mathas is over there just rubbing his hands together.
Now, I will say,
honestly, hold on.
If a Cylon reveals, there will be no activation of any ships because the Cylons don't get a crisis card normally, and certainly not on the turn that they reveal.
Okay.
So there's no way if Admiral reveals, the Cylons will not activate.
Okay,
Don't
that's
tell the
not
Cylon
that's not as bad as what I was thinking then, because that was inclining me to say get rid of it. But if that's the case, then maybe we can risk it.
Hmm.
All right, I hear 1 to say leave it.
I think leaving it is okay.
I hear 2 for leave it.
I'd say leave it as well.
All right, that's enough. That's 3 for leave it, so I'm not going to use it.
Probably like a 55-45% kind of like situation.
Yeah, it is. It's really it's a tough call. I wouldn't complain if you got rid of it either.
Then you could save your ability for a more obvious situation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is looking pretty dire.
Now, so there is a special rule.
It's just that we have
Strange
ways
Pirates. Keep this card in play until the fleet jumps. Each unmanned Viper suffers a -2 penalty to its attack rolls.
Ooh.
That's fine. But they're mostly just soak bullets.
Again, our plan is to get out of here.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm leaving that in play. That is the end of Boomer's turn. Now, at your end of your turn, Boomer, you can recon.
Mm-hmm. I could. Now, what does that say again? It's just the...
You can look at the top card of the Crisis deck, and then you can choose whether to leave it on top or to put it on the bottom.
Right.
If you put it on the bottom, then you, of course, have no control over what comes next, but at least you got rid of that bad one.
Right.
Or that if you're a Cylon, of course.
Since I suddenly... No, Boomer's fine.
I draw it to my hand, correct?
Yeah,
Crisis
draw
card?
it your
Okay.
hand. That way you're looking at it in secret.
Yeah.
That is the best response ever.
Some of them have a lot of text, and here's the trick: is like they're all bad. There are different degrees of bad. Some of them are just kind of barely bad, and that's what we consider good in terms of a crisis card.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are really ambiguous, or just everything is bad on that card.
I am going to leave this one
Okay.
on the top. Return to the top. Boop. We're going to keep that one.
Second ambush, here we come.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to detach that, and it's going to be Adama's turn.
And he reveals himself.
Save us, William, save us!
Revealing would do not jack anyway.
Bill!
Well, I know your reveal power is not that great, but
Well,
of them out there.
it is kind of funny. Oh, right. You quote unquote know what his reveal power is.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
2,
Bill, don't be a jerk.
3. Relax, I'm drawing cards.
Oh, right. Cards. Like, it's interesting because there's still actually a lot of like viable moves on this turn. Like jumping is a thing, but it's not the only thing we could do.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I have
Nukes
for
are pretty
cards.
goddamn good. What else? Well, I guess that mostly comes down to that.
I think the nuke is inadequate, really, in this case, because it won't actually stop the ships from being destroyed. It can't blow up 4 raiders and a base star. The most it can do is 3 raiders and a base star, right? So there would still be one left to activate and blow up the ship, one of the ships.
I'm going to go for the jump.
Okay.
So that's going to go FTL control?
Yeah, move to FTL control, and the
Okay.
action is to jump the fleet. Roll a die now. You want to get a 7 or 8.
Wait, no, I was...
What?
Oh, he's going to play his card.
Yeah,
That's
he's
okay.
gonna
You
play
clearly announced that you were going to play it.
I did,
Yep.
yeah.
Sorry, my fault. Go ahead.
So that adds +2 to the roll,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
makes it a 4, which means it's still a failure.
So what does that mean?
So we lose 3 points of population.
Yeah.
And do we still jump, though?
We still jump,
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
which will
yeah, it's
clear
just-
the board.
We just jumped prematurely. We didn't round up all the civilian ships properly. Some of them got left behind and blown up.
Yeah.
Great or good?
Or assimilated.
Well,
Resistance is futile.
Well, that was interesting. That was, I guess, the most positive, least suspicious action a Cylon could take and still probably lose us 3 population.
well, he killed a quarter of our population. We've also lost a quarter of our food, so we're okay.
This moves to reserves.
Very
and
smooth move there, Admiral.
Starbuck goes back to the hangar.
Shut your mouth, Cylon.
Shuffled.
Probably what I would have done if I was a Cylon.
Yeah.
Can I get like a little stamp in this so I can just stamp people?
Right.
Cylon. Cylon.
Everybody's a Cylon.
just stamp them.
You can
Cylon
actually.
for ruining our food.
If you right-click on a person, you can say, "Is a Cylon."
No,
On their character on the board, not
Yeah,
on their main
it's
character.
technically not.
Oh.
But yeah.
So now, do we jump do I do anything? Is that it? We just jumped and we're good?
We jumped, so there's actually going to be a destination card drawn. The Admiral draws 2 destination cards.
Someone has the Cylon.
Right-click, draw to hand, right-click, draw to hand.
I looked at one of his loyalty cards and then called him a Cylon. If there's any other case to use that, I don't know what it would be.
So now that you have 2 destination cards, so one of the numbers on there is the distance. Hang on, I'm going to grab a random destination card and put it on the board so that we can see what it is.
So what I've discovered from the board so far is that all the men are Cylons.
Right? Okay.
That would be interesting. oh, because the thing's down there. I see. All right. So this, for example, this deep space destination card. The number at the bottom is the distance we have traveled. Ultimately, our goal to win the game, humans have to jump a total of 8 distance and then jump 1 more time.
Okay.
So whether we've arrived at 8, 9, or 10, which is possible theoretically, we still have to jump 1 more time after that to win. So in total, we want to end up with that much.
You have to get to 8 with 1 fuel left.
That's true, because you have to be able to jump the 1 more time. After we complete the jump, like if you get a card like this, let's say we were at 8 and we did 1 more jump and then we drew deep space, and this caused our fuel and or morale to go to 0, humans would still win.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay? As long as you've made that final jump, you win. But otherwise, because it's at the end of your turn, if at the end of your turn you have 0s anywhere, it's GG.
Why does Admiral say AHM instead of ADM?
Damned if I know.
Someone named
AHM Bill, the killer of population.
Admiral Bill.
What a douche, whoever did that.
I believe that's probably Briar.
I couldn't figure out how to label the guys.
I don't know
like
what you're
missing an option on them or something.
If you right-click...
Oh, change label.
Yeah,
I just wasn't seeing the right one.
Where am I?
All right.
I'm over there.
So I just pick one of these, and at the bottom, the number means the number of...
Yeah. So
Option
as generally speaking, you want high numbers as possible.
Right.
Like the good outcome for humans is high distance and ideally losing less stuff.
Right.
But one of them you discard. We will not... actually, I guess... hold on. I don't remember if we put it at the bottom of the deck or not.
This is interesting,
card.
because both of these decisions have good and bad outcomes.
Yeah, well, they're all...
That's usually how it is.
Well, okay, so let me put it this way. One has all bad outcomes. One has a bad outcome with the risk of having a good outcome.
Okay.
The risk of having a good outcome.
Well, yeah, like the chance.
That's how a
It's
lot of
chance.
The one you don't want, you're actually going to put at the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, so we don't know what you passed up on.
Yeah, oh god, that sucks. Because oh god. Oh.
Yeah, it sucks because you're going to look suspicious either way.
How bad? Because if I succeed this one, we just come out net positive.
There's no success.
Yeah, and that would suck because you're the Cylon.
Some of them do have checks or rolls. They're pretty uncommon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's much more common that they cost a certain amount.
Do I want to just take net negatives or risk it and take what's potentially a positive or lose more in the process?
I don't know.
I would say...
All right, I'm going to risk you guys
as
basically
far as
calling
possible.
me out. I'm going to risk it. So how do I return to bottom of deck? I'm playing this one. You guys are going to be like, yeah, you're a Cylon. That's fine. Here we go.
Cylon Refinery.
I have to roll. We can gain 2 fuel out of this if I roll well.
Yeah, so actually, the fact of the matter is, jumping like more distance than there is fuel actually is pretty good because a lot of them are kind of even.
A lot of them are 2 for 2, 1 for 1.
So here's the deal: we can just lose a fuel, or I can risk 2
No,
Vipers.
we lose a fuel anyway. It always costs at least 1 fuel.
Right.
Then you choose as the Admiral whether we want.
Do I want to risk 2 Vipers to potentially gain 2 fuel, or damage, or just damage?
We can repair them just fine. Actually, here's the thing: can
they're only
anybody
damaged,
play a
they're
card
not-
to give us 2 to the roll?
They're not even being destroyed. Definitely.
Okay, so I'll risk
Definitely
it.
roll.
Yeah,
I'll risk it. That's
give him
fine.
a roll.
It looks like a win-win no matter what.
+2 to that roll?
Yeah, go ahead. Add 2.
I don't have...
I'm the end of sense. No one has that.
I guess
so I
not.
thought somebody said they had that.
No,
Well, I was just
I said
calling it
if
out.
someone had it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said somebody had it. Okay, well, I'm rolling.
Okay.
Here we go. Come on, baby.
Come on,
Damn it.
3 is damage 2 Vipers.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh well.
That's fine. We have the engineer.
Does that mean we
Chief
still move?
Cylon can repair. It's all good.
I moved 2 into the damaged area.
Does that mean we
And
still
then I
move?
just put this to the bottom of the pile, or discard it.
No, you put that out on the left side of the board. The destination
okay, gotcha.
thing. Yeah.
Because we'll keep track of the fact that we've actually traveled 2 at this point.
Oh, so
Kind
we
of
have
annoying.
So we had 2 cards come up that said 2, but only one of them was actually traveling
Sure.
2.
The first one was me giving a demonstration of what a destination card looks like.
Oh.
My bad for the
Okay.
confusion. Yeah, so we've moved a total of 2 distance. Now, when we get to 4 distance, it's the sleeper phase. That's when everyone gets dealt an extra loyalty card. Except for Boomer, who gets 2.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, when you get to 8 and then jump 1 more time, then you win.
All right.
So that was Adama. That included the crisis, followed by the destination. So now it goes to President Gaius Baltar, the good-looking.
El Presidente.
Oh, wait, that wasn't. He didn't do a crisis. He used the.
Oh yeah, I didn't do a crisis. That was
Right.
You're right. My bad.
Now we get a crisis.
Sorry,
right,
guys. I
pull
was
one.
trying to get out of it, not having another crisis.
Yeah. So hopefully Boomer didn't give us another didn't leave us another ambush. But I'm pretty sure she didn't.
Okay, I would really, really love to pass this. Really would love to pass this.
Oh, nice.
Because this is going to answer a hell of a lot of questions.
I would
Yep.
appreciate passing this. That would be good.
Now,
So we only need a 9 for no negative effects, and the fail is only -1 morale. But passing would be really
or
nice.
13 to pass. Jeez.
It is kind of expensive, and it's only politics and leadership that help.
now, unfortunately, so I'm the first one to put in cards, and unfortunately, I only have 1 card, and it's not helpful, so I have to pass.
Wait, before we do, we're doing this now, right?
Yeah. Oh, does someone have, scientific research? Oh, engineering cards are positive.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so
Okay.
hold on. Let me backtrack a sec then.
Yeah, wait a second.
Not that I'm revealing the fact that I'm playing an engineering card, even though that's clearly the only other color I have. That's not helpful, or that is helpful. I will move a card. It's a low number still, but it's helpful.
Yeah.
Now Starbuck.
I only have 1 card of that color, but it doesn't actually help, so I'll pass.
How does it not help? It must have a number on it. There are no zeros in the base set.
Could I tell you exactly what it does? Because it's fine. I'll play it.
If it's one of those weird abilities, if you just play it for the number, you just play it for the number. If you're playing it for play before cards are added to a skill check or play after cards are added to a skill check, that's different than putting it in a skill check.
This scientific research card that Briarstone played, that Boomer played, does not actually, that 5 is not being added to the check.
No.
Yeah. Because he's using the ability of the text of the card, he's not getting the 5. But if you put this card in now, it wouldn't use that ability. It would just count as 5.
Right. To the negative.
If that resolves the question you're having about your card.
No, it's basically Mike. Okay, I'll just tell you because why not? Basically, I have a card that could either help because it's leadership, or it could help after the skill check has come up negative, and I could make it pass.
Here's the thing, though. I believe that card drops the difficulty by 2, and isn't the number on it bigger than a 2?
I think the number on it has to be higher than a 2.
Yeah. So generally, if it's a helpful color, and you already know I couldn't play a card. Oh no, sorry, I did play 1 card, but it's low. I would frankly just play the card directly for the bigger number, but
all right.
I don't know.
We'll see if it works. I'm trusting in you, Quill. If this doesn't work, we're gonna have some trust issues. You and
Maybe
me.
I'm just giving you bad advice because I'm a Cylon.
Oh yeah. Well,
That could be.
We call
And
that.
the president.
I really
pretty
want
me.
the skill check to succeed.
All right,
I
Chief.
kind of like the idea of this one succeeding and having more allies who know what's going on.
Chief?
So I am going to, let's see, I've got 1, 2, and do I want to do one of these? Whatever, I hate this card anyway. It's okay. It's not that bad, but I don't think it'll help on this one. I'm going to put in 3 cards, so we're going to pass this damn thing.
Okay. Boomer?
I'm gonna put in a card. Where is it? Move to skill check. That's the way it goes, right? Yes.
Yes, that's what you want.
Alright then.
And then
I have
Admiral.
only the 1.
I will put in 2 cards.
Okay.
five.
Move to skill
And
check.
for us.
Obviously to the detriment.
Yeah.
Yes, to the detriment. Okay.
All right. So I will put these out. So we've got yellow, green, and blue are helpful. Whoa! 4 to the bad from a pilot. Well, or maybe the random
Or
deck.
the Destiny deck, yeah.
2 to the good. So, purple is bad. Wow. This is, what? That's
Wow.
3 negative
That's
cards.
ridiculous.
Somebody is messing this up,
could-
and on purpose.
All right. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
I already told you I was the one I was playing.
Uh-huh. Oh!
Ooh.
All right,
Nice.
so we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 17 to the good, and then 7, 9 to the bad, which is +8.
Not good enough.
Which is not a pass. It's not even the lesser pass. It's a straight out -1 morale.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yep. Boomer's a Cylon. I know now. It's done.
You got hosed.
Thank you.
But I'm a Cylon.
That was. I guess that one was so hard we should have just not spent cards on it. But like, god damn it, it was nice.
I think in my head I wasn't cluing in the fact that it was the 13. I was just seeing the 9. I was like, yeah, we can totally do the 9. And I misread that in a way. Now, yeah, all right. There are things. There are comments I can make, but we'll have to wait here. So I'm going to discard that. Oh, wait. What was the crisis? There's probably stuff on it.
I don't.
I discarded it too fast.
It was a -1 morale. I think that's it.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, but it activates raiders, which there aren't any, and it's got a jump track.
Jump prep.
Okay, well that part's pretty good.
Oh, it's heavy raiders.
See?
Someone moved the card out from under me when I was looking at it.
I totally picked that card.
So I am increasing the jump prep. There are no things to go. All right, so we lost 1 morale.
We spent way too many cards on that, though.
Yep.
Yep, I burned 2.
Interesting fact, did anyone with piloting...
Why am I labeled as a Cylon?
I was the only pilot. Yeah. I was the only pilot who asked, "What should I put in?" Because I only had 1 green one, and we talked about that at length.
Yes, it's pretty obvious. I think what Starbuck put in. Boomer also put in a card, but after playing the engineering cards help card.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna draw some cards.
Okay.
Draw, and then draw. All right. So everything is quiet right now, which is good.
Too quiet.
It's good. A little too quiet.
Quiet.
Adama's gonna set one of those nukes off inside the ship. It's gonna happen.
Probably.
That would be a
the end. I win.
Honestly, I feel like right now I'm thinking that there's a Starbucks and there's an Adama against us.
Starbuck? What makes you think Starbuck's against us?
I don't know. Somebody had to throw in that extra piloting card.
No, it was just there was 1 piloting and there were 2 tactics cards.
Right.
So
no,
I was hoping that
there were 2 piloting and 1 tactics. There was a launch scout, and then there was a maximum firepower and another piloting.
So where the tactics come? Oh, okay. Okay. So Bill.
Okay,
Bill.
Now he's lying. Colors there were because there was 1 red and 2 whatever color tactics is because I'm colorblind.
So Starbuck is lying. Yeah, I'm thinking it's. I'm putting like 75% chance on Starbuck.
Can't you guys look at the freaking card history? My goodness.
No. Well, we don't know what you actually played.
No, but what I mean is...
We know what you were talking about.
Can you look at the last set of cards that were played? Because I'm pretty sure it was 2 red and 1 purple, not 2 purple, 1 red.
No, it was 1 red. You're just getting it wrong.
If it was 2 red, that would be even more likely to be you.
No, because we already talked about the green one I was putting in.
Yeah, but only you and Boomer can play red cards.
3 negative cards. Only 2 negative cards at most can come from the randoms from a player.
Oh my god. So, here's the thing. I wanted to get that to succeed so I could spot something because I have a thing I can do. Yeah. But I'm not 100% sure. So I think I might be time to use my once per game.
Yep, do it. Okay. Do it. Do your thing.
If you look at the Admiral's loyalty card, then you will by virtue of that know what mine is.
Yes.
Because I called him a Cylon.
So really, it doesn't matter which one of the 2 I look at. I can look at either one of you 2, and it'll basically tell me what the other one has.
I suppose that's true.
I think that's probably what I'm going to be doing. Because, I mean, there's nothing to shoot at.
Of course, then again, if you're already the Cylon, then that means that now you know who to trust and... Oh... Game over, man.
Cylons don't trust. Are you kidding?
If both the Cylon cards came in the first half, then humanity's mostly boned anyway. But I don't think we're there yet.
All right.
Make it happen.
God, because I could just like go with my gut too.
I want to hear your gut.
You want to? Yeah.
Should his gut is going to be brigging someone at semi-random.
It's what we might call the Briarstone move.
That would be the Briarstone move for sure.
So Briarstone
is always wrong about who's the Cylon, but he's always very sure.
Oh, when we play with that expansion with the what's her name there that gets to execute somebody just by being in the room with them, and that was fun. I shot the president. It was feeling kind of good. It just so happened that they were human.
I think that piloting card must be Starbuck, though.
Mm-hmm.
See, from the beginning, I've been saying it's Boomer. I've been saying that. She didn't play cards at the first skill check when she could have helped. We could have won.
Yeah, but you have to. You're not used to playing with Briarstone. Briarstone always plays in a random way. We always kind of think he might be the Cylon because he acts so oddly, and then he's so far never been.
He could have played the engineering card as a misdirect and then just spiked with a gargantuan piloting card.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that would take smarts. I don't have smarts.
It encourages us to actually play. Because I wasn't going to play any cards at all. And then he played that, so I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll spend some cards. And then he spikes it with piloting.
If you do anything other than check me or the Admiral, you're not going to be guaranteed to know.
I suppose, but I just hate... It feels like a turn that does nothing, though. If all I do is scan a card.
You know for sure.
You have that the whole game. You can do it next turn if you want.
I can do what next? I can spot next turn.
You can waste a turn next turn doing nothing, or you could do it now, and when the earlier you do it, the more useful it is at this point.
No, I think what I have to do is I have to arrest Boomer.
What?
I have to arrest Boomer.
What?
Thank you.
The president has ordered your arrest.
Why?
Well, because I've seen the show, so, you know, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, it's this thing you find out in the pilot. Nah.
Boomer's drawback, by the way, is when we get to distance 4 or more, she gets sent to the brig automatically.
Yep.
Drawback.
Nice.
So she's gonna, if we get her out of the brig, then she's gonna go back to the brig.
So I see what you're saying is just leave Boomer in the brig for the rest of the game.
Well, it can't really hurt us. We already have a pilot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't you have to roll for that?
No, this is a presidential order.
There's a quorum card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we look at the quorum card again, it just says choose a character and send him to the brig location. Her to the brig location. Then discard this card.
Now, how do you get out of the brig? It says a skill check.
Yeah.
It's a skill check.
So the Cylon, Boomer, has to take an action on her turn to initiate the breakout of the brig skill check. And then we can all contribute cards, whether we want to keep her in there or help her out, or just, you know, be Switzerland. So that's it for my action then. I will go and draw a crisis.
You made an excellent decision.
You're making a mistake!
You made an excellent decision, sir. Certainly nothing bad will come from this.
Of course. No, that's what a Cylon would say.
Everybody's a Cylon but you. Don't
crisis.
worry.
There it is. Informing the public. I strongly recommend alerting the public to the Cylon threat. So current player chooses. We can do a skill check, the passive which is current player looks at a random loyalty card. Holy crap! We have gone through many games where we've not drawn a single card that lets us snoop at other people's loyalty cards.
They're all like clumped. Like
this is really weird. Yeah. And then the fail is lose 2 morale, which is brutal. Or roll a die, which has a 50-50 shot of costing us morale and population. Oh god!
Oh man.
This is all miserable.
How do you choose a player at random out of curiosity? Die roll?
Well, yeah, I guess so. But this is to a specific. It's a specific player.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Some people can have you have multiple at a later phase.
Random one of their cards.
I am going to choose to
Now,
do the
hold
skill
on,
check.
hold
It's
on.
only difficulty 7.
Now the ore is
We
for
wasted all our cards on mandatory testing.
either we do the skill check or we don't do the skill check, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the ore is instead of the skill check.
So couldn't you just do the ore and then get a bonus to your die roll and then just move on?
You'd have a chance to pass it. You could still fail it though, and then he wouldn't get to look at one of the loyalty cards.
Yeah, true. I just feel like we've already thrown a lot of cards out.
We have, but at this point, we've thrown a lot of cards out, and we've thrown a human in the brig. So we really need to like sort this out.
I like you've
goes
thrown a
any
human in the
further.
brig.
So
I don't know. Somebody.
Boomer has no cards that can help.
It's theoretically possible that Boomer could be a Cylon. I guess I don't know that there's only one Cylon out, but I know one Cylon is the Admiral. So
Anyway, I'm choosing the skill check.
Okay.
So I'm going to put 2 from the deck of Destiny, and then it starts off with Starbuck.
And I have nothing to help, so I pass.
Guys, I know we've been at each other's throats for a while now, but I feel like the President and the Admiral are Cylons, correct?
no, the president's just misguided. Okay. Well, I guess you have a
Wow! I should have thrown you in the brig after that sort of subordination.
Could be.
Insubordination.
I'm pretty sure the President is a Cylon. At
We
least.
have double Cylons. We are boned.
And if I was to trust the Chief, I would say the Admiral is too.
So, okay, first of all, Starbuck can't contribute anything, she says. So it
Boomer
goes to
can't
the
either.
chief.
I'm low on cards now. I don't know how much difference I guess I'll put one in.
Okay. Now Boomer can
You know
contribute.
what? Actually, I'm not going to put one in. My card, it's like a 1. It's not going to do anything.
Okay. Boomer is allowed to contribute no more than 1 card to a skill check while in a brig.
Yeah.
But all of her cards are bad.
So Boomer does nothing? Boomer?
Boomer AFK?
I'm thinking. No, nothing.
Okay.
What can I do?
That was
So
a
nothing.
tough call.
Nothing.
Admiral Adama.
All right.
I'm never going to get look at anyone's cards.
Move to skill check.
You just use your
Okay,
ability.
go ahead.
Yeah, but I want to do it for free. Like,
I don't know if my microphone's picking up all the face palms over here.
I'm still in shock. Okay, I'm in shock.
You were suspicious, though. You always act suspicious. Every time.
Does anyone else still have this ambush card on the table? Do we need that?
we do because yeah, actually we can get rid of it because we jumped at this point.
Yeah, until we jumped, it was doing something special. That's but yeah, we can
I'm adding 2 to the skill check, so let's see what we get.
Come on, 8.
That's good. That is good. That is good. Right? Where's the color? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is bad. Who's? Oh,
I didn't
well,
do it.
I was gonna say who's got engineering. I realized I have engineering, but
I didn't put any.
There's still 2 random cards.
I decided
coming.
against it.
Well, there's your
It's not gonna
1.
happen.
4 to the good and 3 to the bad, which means a net of 1, which is a clear fail. We lose 2 morale.
See, this is what I was telling you before you're like, I have decided to do the card check. Before you decided that, I'm telling you, look, Boomer can't help, I can't help, people are low on cards, and you're like, let's do it anyway.
I know, because he's a son.
We really screwed ourselves with that screening card, actually. I don't think we were thinking through how hard it was.
Yeah, everyone's a Cylon. Activate Raiders, which we don't have, and advance the jump prep by 1
Yay,
step.
jump prep. At least something good happened that turn.
Yay.
Jeez.
All right.
Gaius Cylon.
Starbuck.
Okay, so I get to draw some cards. Whoop-de-doo.
How about you get me out of the brig there, buddy? That would be awesome.
Buddy.
Well, you have to initiate that. Boomer.
I do?
Yeah,
Nobody trusts me.
because you have to initiate the action
yeah,
from
you
the
have-
break.
You have to
my
be in
goodness,
that.
so
I
many
like, I like
Nice.
your name is you've made a horrible mistake.
She's just like grabbing the bar, shaking it back and forth, screeching. You made a horrible mistake.
Yes, that is the voice of Boomer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, there
I think
is...
Boomer has like a deeper voice than I do actually in the show.
All right, well, I might as well throw one of these in. I'm going to launch a scout. How do I just play a skill card or play a tactics card?
Just drop it on the board
Okay.
so we can see it, or discard it. Either way, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah. So launch scout. Okay.
So how does this
first,
work?
Roll a die.
Okay.
Of course, if we never wants to do a modifier, but okay, we don't have to. That succeeded. So then you can look at the top card of the crisis or destination deck.
Yeah.
Then put it back on the top or the bottom.
Okay, I'm going to look at the crisis. Top card. How do you just look at it? Just reverse it?
Just
draw
draw
it
it
with
to
your
hand.
Ah, draw to hand.
Yeah. Because it's a secret. The rest of us don't know.
Secret.
And then you should be able to right-click it to put it back on top or to put it on the bottom.
Oh, goodness. Can someone tell me what the average number would be on a skill check for a crisis?
Well, we've
Right.
seen 7 to 13
We saw
so
13,
far.
yeah.
That's pretty much
Yeah.
the range, I think, on a normal
I'm
crisis.
guessing 8 or 9 would be average.
Can we
8?
handle that?
And it depends on how many colors and how good and bad things are.
Yeah, with 3 colors, 9 to 11, or I guess 10 or 11 is probably more average. If it's only got 2 colors, then 8 or 9.
So usually, I mean, if it's like, I mean, all the crises are bad. Obviously, the like the Cylon fleet attacks are super bad.
It's a very average number, but it's basically cards that we've all spent so much. There's like nobody has any of these cards. I think I might as well throw it away and just hope for one that we get with cards that we can use.
Okay.
Right.
So return to bottom of deck.
Yeah. Nobody knows if you did the right thing, if you're lying, whatever.
I'm definitely lying.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, if it was another leadership in politics, we probably weren't going to be able to do anything.
So now we actually have to do your crisis.
Okay, my crisis time. I get to pull that thing back.
Now it'll be a Cylon attack.
Okay, let's hope for
That
silent
would,
attack.
if it's a Cylon attack, that would be a good time to kill it.
What is it? Water shortage.
Water shortage. -1 food.
Yay.
The president discards 2 cards.
Yeah, and the current player
So
discards
low on
3.
skill cards.
Yeah, we are low, and the thing that I don't like is I only have 2, so I'm going to have nothing. This is Kara's turn. She's going to lose 3 cards and basically have nothing left either.
Yeah, we're okay with losing the food, though. You know, our population and morale are the lowest. The food's not that low.
All right. Then I make an executive decision as brave and handsome President Baltar.
Oh my
we are
goodness.
just going to lose some food. And base stars launch missiles. There are no base stars.
We all lost our lunch when you described yourself as brave and handsome.
But no one can deny the handsome part, right? I mean, Gaius.
Well, he's brave because there's no base stars around. So it's
That's
good.
true.
That is
All the rhetoric.
more plausible.
All right.
Also, I like the fact that I'm hiding on a separate ship away from all the goddamn Cylons.
But you can just point your fingers and blame them.
Yeah.
How do I move just the...
You got to double click to like separate it. It's really awkward. Because it docks.
Oh, you saw what I was doing.
Yeah, I saw you jiggling it around, but if you double click on the token, then you can move the token separately.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, this interface is so weird.
Yeah. It is a little weird. But it's designed to do like every game in the universe. It's flexible. They have to tune it for the module.
I think the weirdest
for
thing is when
game.
I use the plus symbol to zoom in, I can't scroll all the way to the right and see people's cards.
Yeah, the window size is only up to the graphics, so
It
it's
just
really stupid.
hits the edge of the board and it doesn't do anything.
I mean, I guess it's not intended to necessarily have all the people on the right-hand side, but it's so handy.
Yeah, so you can see who's next and everything. Yeah.
So it's my turn now.
Yes.
It's Chief.
Oh, the thing is.
Yeah,
why is it
I mean,
like that?
it's because we were both trying to move things, so things chunky. I'm going to stop.
There we go. Is that no? How do you dock it again? Double click.
It's docked by default when you drop it on the card.
Now it's behind. Oh, there
okay.
you go.
It's
Perfect.
fine.
Muy
Okay.
bien.
There we go. I got you. All right, so I got to draw my cards. I get 1 politics.
Oh, we're almost ready to jump again. Fantastic.
That would be good.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize.
Yeah, Admiral Bill, the killer of population, could choose to jump in his next turn.
Crap! I just took a tactics card.
It's safe if we wait 1 turn, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, there's no threat.
I took a
It's-
tactic card by
It's
mistake.
safer if we wait 2
I'm
turns.
colorblind.
Yeah, I mean it's safer until it's safer just to wait.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, if you were to jump on your next turn, assuming a Cylon fleet doesn't warp in by then, and actually it might, like if we were to jump right now, it'd be really suspicious. We're jumping. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one can read my poker face. And apparently I'm the teller of lies.
The killer of
Well,
population.
I am the
Mind you, I only killed the population while warping away from a huge Cylon fleet.
Yeah, no, that was a good move for getting just suspicion away from yourself. That's what I would have done if I was a Cylon.
But he did manage to
I love
turn our
this game
population
so
down
much.
by 25%. I mean, that's a huge
damn
loss.
die roll.
One.
Okay, so
Yeah,
first thing I'm going to do is a no-brainer. I don't know how useful it is, but I'm going to repair those 2 fighters anyway because
Damn
it's a
straight
free
you are.
action for me.
Damn straight.
Although, wait a second. If I do that, then I can't move. That's the problem.
That is true.
Do you need to move?
I can only do it... Repair your current... Yeah, I have to be in the hangar room to do that. And if I want to use a different location, I'd have to move. Oh, man. Problem is, I don't think enough people believe me to brig the Admiral. And we don't have any cards.
Well, I can believe you.
Yeah, I bet you do. It's not good enough. What are the colors for brigging? It's like
For brigging, it's
Purple and green.
leadership and tactics.
leadership and tactics.
Yeah, this game is not colorblind friendly.
No, it's not. All they would have had to do, like all those the skill checks, they have like space on them. Just put a letter or 2 on each of the colors.
Yep.
And it would be like just like PI for piloting, PO for politics.
Is it possible to edit the files to just do that?
Yeah, they're all actual just like pings or something like that, so you could Photoshop things.
Oh, that's super easy.
You'd Photoshop it locally too, I think.
Take some time, but yeah.
Anyway, so you're
I can't decide.
considering doing a brigging of the Admiral.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get that to go through though.
And the problem is at this point, it's still like, is it the Chief or the Admiral?
Well, no, I'm pretty sure.
I would love to, but I don't think I can afford to risk the cards on it. Is the problem? We're gonna be screwed.
We don't have a lot of cards available.
Yeah. And if people don't believe me, then it's really gonna go nowhere. So no. So I guess I'll repair the fighters, but I don't know what else I'm gonna do.
Crisis?
Well, I get another action. It seems kind of silly not to take it, but on the other hand, since I can't move,
Microwave a burrito.
Now that's an action.
Microwave a burrito. That's pretty tempting.
Right now I'm hungry.
I know.
You know
Just
what
put it on
I'm
the
going to
table.
do? I'm not sure because he might be because I'm still a little concerned that it's the President and the Admiral who are Cylons. But tell you what, here, President Baltar, if you aren't a Cylon, why don't you check the Admiral's card and see if he's a Cylon? I'm going to executive orders you.
Oh, okay. That seems totally reasonable. So I will. I guess again, it doesn't matter
You
who I
wanted
check.
it to be a free action.
It's-
I'm making it as easy as
It's
possible.
making me super happy. So I will indeed check the Admiral's loyalty card. I am player number 1, Admiral Adama. Please send me your loyalty card.
AHM Bill.
All right. So, and you were player 5, Adama?
Correct.
How does it
now
feel?
it's going to hit the fan.
How does it feel, Admiral, having the President question your loyalty?
It was on the orders of somebody else.
Yeah.
Now, if only the President had another Brig card.
Yeah, if only the President had a card that could do that. But what I do on my second action is I will send Chief Galen Tyrol to sickbay because I am a Cylon.
I knew it.
Although that does do a quote unquote soft reveal, perhaps.
All right, so President gets passed on.
I should have just looked at Chief. Actually, that would have been way better. Yeah. So here's what happens. A few things happen. First of all, yeah, the Chief goes to the brig. Also has to discard.
Oops.
Or
That's
sorry,
the
no, to
sick bay.
sickbay. My bad.
There
It
you
is
go.
sickbay.
Okay.
You have to discard down to. You discard 5 skill cards,
Oh my goodness.
which is probably your whole hand.
That is all my skill cards, I believe. Yeah. Ooh.
President, you have to believe me.
President.
Oh God.
Whatever. At least we found out.
What I really enjoyed
we
was,
are
was
so
how Demonac
screwed.
kept telling me that I was like, no, I had like bad intuition or bad like strategy. It's like, no, I'm being quite.
It took me like a whole like turn and a half, like your turn and half the turn afterwards to process that. No, wait a second. You could be doing that intentionally because now you know who your ally is. And then more face palms, whether or not the mic picks it up.
We heard
I had
that
a
one, that's
feeling.
for sure.
I had a feeling you were.
So I have to discard this. Now, let me read the section on exactly what happens when I reveal. Because, yes, the Admiral title, or sorry, the President title will get passed on. I can't remember. Oh, it goes to Adama. Oh, that's right. That's great.
Adama hasn't revealed yet, so...
We've got President Admiral Adama.
Cylon.
Well, we don't know that. He's totally not a Cylon.
Oh, we are all so screwed.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Well, I would say it's Boomer's turn to save us, but Boomer's in the brig.
Yeah.
And I have no cards to help her out of the brig, so we're in a really bad situation.
So I have to discard
Like,
down
mega bad.
to 3 skill cards. I only have 2, so nothing happens there. I lose titles. They go to the Admiral. Also, I guess that would mean the quorum cards that I have would go to the Admiral, because he is
Alright.
not the President. Next, I resurrect onto the resurrection ship. Next, I receive a super crisis card, which I will draw into my hand. Let me read that and show it to the stream. Well, not the stream. The,
Microwave 2 burritos.
All right, that's good. And then my turn. The current player taken is opposed to the player on his left. Well, it's not actually my turn, actually. It doesn't matter. So now we're back. We're still on Chief Tyrol's turn. How do you feel, Chief? In the sick bay after the shot.
Let me zoom in on this for the camera. It says, I
I'm
told
just-
you.
I'm just going to forget about winning and just start hitting the morphine button.
Just start loading up, man.
I have to say, you've only jumped 2. Compared
Right.
to the last run, where the humans just, like, crushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not looking good.
This
This
is
is
opposite
bad.
land. We're going to have a really hard time.
And yeah.
That was so. That was tough. Whew.
both
Badly outnumbered. and we-
Cylons at
cards.
the beginning. So
well, we're not-
I had a feeling Quill was too, and I was like, I kind of want him to just look at my card.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's it. Earlier, I was hoping to get a free look because I wanted to confirm, like, that, someone is or isn't a Cylon, so I know how to target. Not
Yeah.
that I'm saying the Dama is a Cylon, of course.
Right, I'm actually a human.
Clearly.
Sure.
Chief, you have to crisis.
Clearly.
Oh, yeah, after crisis. Sorry. Okay. Boom. Oh joy.
Surrounded.
Hey, Starbuck.
Yeah.
You might want to kill this one.
Let's see.
I mean, it's not the worst ambush ever, but it is an ambush, and it means it's not helping us jump. Now, I guess we are close to jumping too, though, so I guess it's not that clear cut. Like it never is.
Starbuck could literally, or no, who's next? Oh, Boomer. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Boomer into Adama.
Yep.
Into.
Yeah, we're.
Oh, it's very good.
I don't know what I should do on my turn.
Boomer can't. Yeah, I don't know if you should. Well, first, it's not even your turn yet. It's either this is happening or you're getting rid of it. But I don't even know if you should get rid of it because if we could just get a jump, they probably wouldn't do as much.
Well, when they spawn, they don't do anything, do they?
No,
that's right.
Okay.
It's gonna. If there was a base star, it would fire missiles, but there isn't.
So the problem is the next player is in the brig.
Yep.
There's a special rule on this that the current player must discard 3 skill cards, but I have no skill cards, so bite me.
Oh, goodness.
I would actually like to point out as well, if we're looking forward to trying to get a jump prep, I won't be able to do it on my turn either because I'm in the brig.
Use your power. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can't get you out of the brig because I have no cards. And I don't think Starbuck has many cards.
We might want to kill this one.
We have a lot of problems.
So would it be better to kill this?
I'm with you guys.
I mean,
we can do this.
might want to.
President Admiral has your back.
All right,
let's.
There are gonna be two Cylons, and no players with any cards or who can do anything about it are gonna go.
All right,
so.
we'll get rid of it. All right, so how do we get rid of it?
You just declare that you use your once per game ability.
I use my once per game ability. Secret Destiny has been used.
Drag it over to the crisis discard pile.
Yeah. So, well, you just right click on it and discard.
Okay.
And then Demonac must play out
another one. Better crisis.
Nah!
Cylon Swarm!
God damn it.
Now, on the bright side, you guys didn't get 2 of these in a row.
Yeah, we would have got 2 in a row if you hadn't killed one.
Yeah.
That's much worse. So, I guess silver lining?
Sure. So, let me deploy this stuff. We've got base star in the front.
I thought that's only supposed to do that once.
I thought so too. It's quite loud.
Action stations. Action stations.
It also lasts
Condition
forever.
1 throughout the ship.
Why am I so
Not a
mean?
drill. Repeat. Action stations. Action stations. Set condition 1 throughout the ship.
Guys,
This is not a drill.
you know, the odds are against us right now, but got high hopes.
You realize that even though we know who the Cylons are, if we jump, you're going to get re-brigged. assuming we're able to jump too.
That is so messed up.
Well, it's the humanity doesn't technically know that there are only 2 Cylons right now.
Yeah,
there are many copies.
Suspicious.
At this point, I think everyone just be shooting everyone. It's over.
Yeah, shoot yourselves. So the special rule of massive deployment is keep this card in play until the fleet jumps. Each time a base star launches raiders or heavy raiders, it launches 1 additional ship of the same type.
What?
Okay, whose turn is it now?
The token will move to Boomer.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Now-
Boomer, save us.
Being in the brig, you do get to draw your normal skill cards.
I do.
Yes. In the sick bay, you don't. In the
Oh.
brig, you draw your normal skill cards.
Yeah, you need them to get you out of the brig.
But while you're there, you can't move, draw crisis cards, which is good. You actually don't draw a crisis. But you also can't contribute more than 1 card to skill checks. You can play skill cards out of your hand if they have an action. Like you could executive order someone if you had the right color. Or you can use your action to try to break out of the brig.
If he breaks out, does he still get a normal turn, or does he have to wait till next turn?
That basically would be his turn.
Okay, gotcha.
I think your chances of breaking out right now are pretty slim.
Yeah, because Starbuck doesn't have any cards. You say that you're really limited.
I have no cards. I have
You
0
have
cards.
no cards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
so
an
there's
interesting
no
thing,
way.
though. If you in the sick bay, I only draw like 1 card per turn or something dumb like that.
Yep.
If you executive orders me, I can move out of the sick bay for free and avoid that. So at least in 1,000 turns, when I get to go again, I would draw full cards.
Executive order is leadership.
Yeah.
Okay, enough of that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Boomer is not a leader.
No.
She's leader of the prison volleyball team.
Kill all humans. I think the humans are screwed in about 17 different ways. But
yeah.
We're all
You know what? I'm going to, since there's nothing else I can do, I'm going to launch a scout, I guess. Seriously, what else am I going to do?
I don't know.
It's not unreasonable.
waste my time.
You could also shoot things, but
how?
Oh no, you can't. That's right. You're in the front brig.
I am behind bars. All right. Let's see.
We are screwed
3 or
7
higher
ways from Sunday.
Yeah.
If there hadn't been a Cylon fleet card, then there were limits to how screwed we were. Now we're like in unlimited territory.
Don't you mean a Cylon fleet card followed by a Cylon fleet card?
If one hadn't gotten through to actually play, then I'd have still had a chance to recover theoretically. It's pretty hard now.
It is hard with 2 people actively working against you from the beginning. Well, semi-actively. We were trying to be secret for a bit.
I played nice as long as I could.
Well, yeah, that jumping and losing 3 population was a reasonable move for a human. It was just like your best choice as a Cylon because it would allow you to throw suspicion away from yourself and still probably kill 3 population.
Yeah, I believe I was encouraging that move overall.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because I got the sense, I was pretty sure that Adama was the Cylon, like from relatively early on.
Aw.
But which is the way things worked out. So Boomer has tried to launch a scout and does not get a crisis on her turn.
Nope.
Oh, okay, so it's my turn then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now, can I do 2 actions and not move, or can I do
No.
one?
No,
Okay.
that's
Can
only
I draw
executive
cards
orders.
though?
You do draw your skill cards.
All right.
And then you can do a move and a action.
Just kill
And
us already.
if on the chance you were a Cylon, you could use your card to reveal as a Cylon and do something bad, but you also don't have to. You can keep running around here like claiming to be human.
Because technically you control where the fleet goes.
Right, but once we jump, aren't you guys all out of the brig and shit?
No.
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 In fact, if I got out now, I'd probably be sent back to it.
Yeah, it would get rid of all the ships.
Huh.
Which is
Interesting.
useful.
But it affect the situation on the Galactica.
I'm gonna move myself up to the president's office. I think
It will require you discarding a skill card. To move
that's fine. And then I get quorum cards and shit from up there.
Yeah, your action can be to draw some quorum cards. Now, it's unlikely you'll draw something else that will help you if you happen to be a Cylon.
Okay.
It's possible you'll get another rest order, but frankly, there might just be the one in the deck. I have no idea.
It's pretty strong. There may only be one.
Trying to think what would be my best move here.
You know what you could do?
What?
Is you could go to communications and move the population ships to where the raiders are.
Right. Yeah.
That's genius. Guys, I've got you. I'm helping you.
Technically, what you do is you
can only move 1 square at a time.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
First, put it back to where it was. And that thing, it actually says, look at the back of 2 civilian ships. You may then move them to adjacent areas. So it doesn't really make a difference, though. Theoretically, if there was more than one in a dangerous area, you could pick the one that's like more or less bad or whatever.
So I can just move this civilian ship, this one right here. Up
The one
to
at the bottom left, yeah.
Be like, hey guys, how's it going?
And then I would say either the one in the back, move it up 1, or the one at the bottom, move it to the left 1. I mean, you could glance to make sure you're not moving an empty one.
How do I can just flip it?
Don't flip it because that would reveal it to everyone.
Can I put it on my hand, flip it, and then
there
flip
you
it
go.
back?
Yeah.
I have no. Okay, so I assume that symbol means it's not empty.
Okay, here's I'm gonna draw an example civilian ship over here, and flip this one. So that symbol there with the people that matches up. If you look at the top, you can see there's population is the symbol of the population wheel. Those people.
Yep.
So that would mean losing this ship would cost us 1 population.
I know it looks like 3, but that's just the
Okay,
idea.
gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Some of them would be 2 populations. Some might be fuel. Some are food. Some are blank.
All right, that's gonna be my turn then, right there.
Okay.
I moved 1 and then the other.
And then you get to draw a crisis card. And you are still both president and admiral, which
I've got you
dramatically
guys.
increases the chance that you get to make choices on this crisis.
I'm with you all to the very end.
This is like the worst possible thing. Oh!
Wow.
Oh, this is grand. 33. Okay, block your ears. I'm going to drop another base star down here.
Well, I mean, this thing's gonna go away real quick once the civilian ship just dies.
Action stations. Action stations. Set condition 1 throughout the ship.
This is bad, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do. I tried to manually move the civilians, but
Set condition 1 throughout
Yeah.
the ship.
the pilot just didn't listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is. Oh, actually, hold on. I kind of goofed because the first step was activate raiders. So first step is they're going to destroy the civilian ship.
No.
which is double population.
No.
Decrease.
No.
Decrease.
No.
Boom.
And then that gets sent to the game box.
It's in the
Maybe the
red.
shortest game ever.
Next, these guys will all move down here because that's the closest civilian ship.
Well, what are you supposed to do when the president and the admiral are both Cylons from the start?
Oh wait, that's a
That
civilian
is-
ship. My bad. Hold on.
RN Jesus was not listening to your prayers.
There's pretty
Worst
maximum
case scenario has just happened this day.
So, special rule: Relentless Pursuit. Keep this card in play until a civilian ship or base star is destroyed. If this card is in play when one just got destroyed, so we'll just toss that then. Discard. Okay. So there's the setup. Everything is fine. Don't even worry.
Guys, I'm in the communications room. We're all right.
Everything's fine here. There's nothing to see. We're all fine here. How are you?
I like how he changed his name from human sympathizer to nope.
You may be Cylon, but I'm a Dialog. Install Cylon hardware. Beep boop. You all know the right way to go. See, you had no choice, Quill. You had to reveal yourself. I still have the ability.
Yeah, no.
To live amongst the humans.
imaging thing I could do right then was, I figured, was to throw someone in sickbay, deny the humans some cards. Plus, then I can start doing cool Cylon location stuff.
Whatever. Just wait till I reveal my I'm a Dalek card.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
So, who's next?
It's my turn. So on my turn, as a Cylon, I get to draw 2 skill cards of any type, period. So I will draw... What? Okay. Now, it's also noted, as a Cylon, I can only add 1 card to any given skill check. So I'm going to draw 1 piloting, and... Oh, I need to reshuffle the leadership deck. I will draw that. There we go. So that's number 1. Then I get to do a movement step. Now, I got to zoom in to remember what all these locations do, because I can't actually do anything just, like, by itself. I can discard or do that. Oh, yeah, I can give my unrevealed loyalty card to any player. I'm not going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is... How's the jump? And the cards... Oh, yeah, this is actually a great time to do this. I am going to move to Caprica, and then as my action, I will play my Super Crisis card.
Oh, goody.
Oh, what is it?
So, it is Cylon Intruders. It is a difficulty 18, and only tactics and leadership help. On a pass, no effect. On a pure-out fail, there's 2 Centurion markers get added to the boarding party. On a 14 or up, it's only 1. So the boarding party is the track just underneath the jump prep. And these are the Centurion markers over here. Okay, so if you fail, there would be 2 of these on the track. If the Centurions reach the end of this track, humans lose.
And
They're very hard to kill. Yeah.
So
You need a
the
7 or
problem
higher
we
right
have here is okay, I'm going next. So I have wonderful choices like FTL, just GTFO, right? And go down to 3 pop probably. But then we'll still have 2 Cylons on board.
That is correct.
Mostly.
Yeah, 2 Cylon, right? Yes, 2 Centurions probably. They stay on the ship even if you jump away.
Oh.
Which is great.
And
I'm getting way too much glee out of this.
Guys, I
Stop rubbing yourself in butter, Quill. That is not how you play video games.
Shortest game ever.
Oh goodness.
This
anyway.
was just you like rigged the deck because there were too many people that thought it was like, oh, easy mode last time.
I mean, I am not going to play any cards for this because we're just going to get 2. We're going to get 2 Centurions no matter what we do.
Yeah, it's possible that there's no way we can get 18 with 3 of us, many of which have like no cards.
So Kara plays nothing. Chief,
I have no cards.
Boomer.
Can only play 1 card at most.
Don't bother.
And you know the
Just
next 2
nothing.
people are... Well, there's only one of us who's obviously a Cylon. Adama's fine. He's going to help.
Yep, I'm playing my card.
Yep. So I assume Adama plays nothing?
Yeah, of course.
And I will also play nothing. I'm very confident that this will fail. Let's see what the Deck of Destiny gave you. Wow, actually 4 to the good. Actually, it gave you 6 to the good.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. There was like...
There's no way to get it.
So 2 Centurions have boarded the ship.
If Boomer had a 5 she could have played that would have helped, it still would have only been like... It wouldn't have been even close.
So that's it for my turn.
11.
Starbuck!
Hey, Starbuck, go to the
Okay.
armory, shoot people.
It's a human turn.
If we go to the armory and shoot people, we may slow down them defeating us on the ship, but we'll still have all these people just killing our civilian ships and yeah.
Yeah, the civilian ships are gonna...
FTL.
We're gonna be crushed. The FTL is bad, but there is a 25% chance we won't lose the population.
Yep,
And
we're
if
doing
we
that.
don't FTL, there's like a gargantuan chance we're gonna lose like all the population.
Does
What a
anyone,
shitty situation.
does
but
anyone
what
have
can you
a help my roll chance here?
Yep, me.
Can we do that?
I can.
Be really nice, but no, I have no cards. And I don't know if Boomer has one, but yeah.
do? Nope. Looks like you got to do a straight up die roll.
Oh, so what do we have to roll?
You want a 7 or 8, otherwise you lose population.
All
That's
right.
the same role as shooting one of the Centurions.
Actually, I think you need an 8 for the Centurion, don't you? Oh no, I'm wrong.
Centurions stay on
Seven.
board.
Yeah, they
Yes,
stay on board and
yes.
jump. They're like robots that have actually boarded the ship.
They're on
Yep,
the ship,
physically on our ship.
just
Okay,
like that
gotcha.
bastard in communications.
They came in. They left the communications array after I high-fived them.
It's
Oh,
always
God.
great when like you know someone's a Cylon, but you can't actually spend any time doing anything about it.
All right, I'm gonna blow on the dice here. We're gonna massage it a little bit, and let's see what happens. Damn it!
Ooh, that is 3 population. 1, 2,
So close, though.
3.
Oh, they're almost all dead.
There's basically no there's not much of humanity left at this point. There's like no way. But we were gonna lose that much anyway next turn.
Actually, I can't. Oh, there we go. Reshuffle. Why can't I can only flip this one.
Which one? Try again. No.
There we go. That was weird. The only option was flip.
Hmm.
Reshuffle. No, there's another one that's doing that down here.
Weird.
Just reshuffle that. Reshuffle that. You guys go back into reserves. These count as destroyed for no good reason.
Can we go have like a fist fight with Admiral Adama? Can we do that?
Why? I'm helping.
Uh-huh.
So that
crisis
was
card.
jump. Yeah, Starbuck has the crisis now.
Ah, deep breath.
Population crisis.
Deep breath. Deep breath.
I want a Cylon screening.
Okay, let's see what we get here.
A traitor accused. Who would you accuse of being a traitor? What?
Oh my goodness.
Come on.
Pass, no effect.
Oh, that fail though.
Oh, the fail the current player chooses a character to send to the
Well,
brig. That would be
I
awesome.
might be effed.
So the humans want to fail this one because the current player would be Starbuck and would probably Brig Adama.
Yeah, which would stop him from costing us 2 morale when he reveals.
I think it's possible that Starbuck would also get both titles.
I like it.
That would be fine.
Yep.
Gonna make a comeback.
I don't,
This is how it happens
Starbuck
right
losing
here.
5 skill cards would just dig our grave even deeper because part of our problem is we have no skill cards.
Apparently, Tyrol.
I have right now. I have 5 skill cards I can throw in there to help myself.
All right. Well, first person is the chief. Oh, sorry. I got to deck a destiny, and I have to rebuild it. So give me a moment here. I should have done that between turns. Oops. Reshuffle. Add.
Oh my god.
Don't brig me,
Every time
and
you
I'll
click
leave
it,
your ship next turn.
every time you click, it sends me around on the board.
Oh yeah, because it focuses wherever the action is happening. All right. So I put that in. So first person is the chief. Are you contributing any cards?
I have no cards.
Boomer.
No, I don't have anything I want to contribute.
Yeah. Adama, do you want to try to make this skill check successful so that Starbuck cannot choose to bring someone?
What will make it successful? What colors?
Yellow and green.
Yellow and green make it successful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is like the most ironic thing ever.
It's
and green.
can the humans cling to life for a little longer?
It's an actual traitor accused.
Okay,
That's what
go
the
ahead.
card is about.
And then it's me, Gaius Baltar. I would also contribute 1 card, which is all I'm allowed to contribute.
Okay.
It's amazing.
And now Starbuck.
It's amazing that you can contribute from so far away.
It's like we have a hive mind or something.
He's just monkeying around.
Okay,
so put in-
I am done.
Okay, so wait, before you reveal them,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use my once per game ability.
Yep.
After cards have been added to the skill check, but before revealing them, I can choose a skill type and reduce all cards of that skill type to strength 0.
Oh,
so
that
I'm
is
say
good.
all leadership cards are 0.
That is a very strong move.
Wow.
I wish I hadn't
So-
played my cards then.
Oh, leadership cards are strength 0?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's green, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, because we want to fail this.
Oh, whoops. I misunderstood.
Well, no, it was good. I think I don't know.
The humans want to fail this.
Yeah, so it's going to fail because it is 5 to -4. -4 is the total. So
Good.
it fails, which means Starbuck can choose to brig someone.
Oh, happy day.
Wonder who.
Happy day.
Now you can have a fist fight with him.
right,
yeah.
-4.
Oh my God, this is kind of uncomfortable. Adama.
I actually completely misunderstood the cards I was throwing in. I threw in the wrong cards.
Oh, you did. You threw in.
Yep. I meant to throw in green ones. I threw in purple ones.
Okay.
Oops. Well, the green ones would have been reduced to 0 anyway, so.
Well, true.
Don't worry, guys. I am Boomer. I've got this. Just leave him in here with me for a little bit.
Yeah.
Starbuck, you've got a crisis.
Can
now.
you fuck him up, please? I'll bring you a cake with the shiv.
We may have no chance of winning, but at least you can like get some like
wreck his face.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Break those glasses.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Let's see how human you look on the inside.
Metal and painful.
All right, so we need to pass our token to Chief.
Well, no, it's crisis.
Oh, I'm
Crisis.
sorry.
Yeah.
I thought we could skip the crisis.
Oh,
Nice try.
no, wait, that was
That
the
was the
crisis.
crisis.
Wasn't it? A traitor accused.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
So we
So
advance
it advances
the
raiders,
token.
which does nothing, and advances
do
the
that?
jump prep.
How do you
What
advance
about
the
the
jump
boarding
prep?
party? When did they move?
When we get a heavy raider
Yeah,
activation.
heavy raider icon will advance because the heavy raiders that don't shoot in space, they just try and get to our hangar bays, and
okay.
once they get on board, they become more Cylon like tokens.
Gotcha.
All right, Chief.
All right, let's
Bring the
see some
pain.
pro plays. First, I get to draw one card.
Oh yeah, being in the sick bay. Now you can leave any time, which is nice, but it does eat those cards.
Draw a leadership card. And I will move out of the sick bay to the armory. Actually, having Adama in the jail makes it a lot easier. So I can at least, the chances aren't very good, but I'm going to try and roll a die in the armory. If I get a 7 or 8, I blow up one of the Centurions.
Okay, good luck. We're all counting.
Do I blow up the closest one?
You can pick whichever one, so probably,
By
First
pick, you
one.
mean you automatically blow up the closest one, unless you're a Cylon. And it's
Yes. You do something really strange, yeah.
Damn it.
5. Damn.
You are not a winner.
Too much
Nope.
morphine.
Yeah, it's still affecting me. All right, boy, my drawback of having a hand limit of 8 sure doesn't matter, though. So I guess I get to pull a crisis. Hooray. That was a short turn. Forced water mining. Is difficulty 17. Everything but piloting is good. I see you can't, like, what's an average skill check? They really vary. Everything but piloting is good, but you need 17. On a pass, you get +1 food. Fail is -1 population and -1 morale. Or
Yeah,
I could choose...
let's not do the skill check.
Instead of the skill check, I could do +1 food, -1 morale, and each player discards a random skill card, which would cost me my only skill card.
But the thing is, we can't lose one population. We can't fail.
No, we can't lose one population. At least we gain 1 food out of the deal. The morale is going to be really low and bad and hurting us too, but the population's worse. There are ways to get back morale. If there are any ways to get back population, it's going to be one like crisis like this or something. There's virtually nothing, if anything.
So how do we discard... Sorry, go ahead.
I guess we're taking the ore, so we're going to gain 1 food, lose 1 morale, and each player discards 1 skill card at random.
Yeah, I'm going to just roll to determine which one I throw away.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I was going to ask, how do you do the random?
Yeah, there's no good way.
Okay, third card gone. Just discard?
Yeah.
Yep, same.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 6, so like I went like 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, because I had 3 cards.
Okay, so I've modified the food and morale. And after that, we don't spend any skill... Oh yeah, I got to discard my only card. Back to 0 cards. And then there are no raiders to activate, so we get another jump prep.
How do you advance the jump prep?
You right-click on the jump prep and say increase, like that.
Cool.
Okay. My turn?
Yep.
Yep.
Can I play cards?
No, it's
No,
Boomer's
wait,
turn.
it's Boomer's turn.
Boomer.
I am going to instigate get out of jail.
Well, first draw your cards.
Right.
But yeah, then instigating your get out of jail. Sure.
Can she spend more than 1 card for getting out of jail?
I don't think so. It just says you cannot add more than 1 card to skill check. So
But you can still play your cards. In
Yeah.
jail.
Yeah. We're gonna have a hard time. I'm hoping Starbuck can help you out of there because I have no cards.
Another question: Can I use cards that affect Quill or no?
here's the thing. No. You can't.
You can't like the other Cylon can't like executive orders.
Okay.
The revealed
Gotcha.
Cylon. You
And
can
actually-
only do stuff like that on players that are presumed human.
And once you are a revealed Cylon, you also can't use the actions on skill cards either.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
so like, I can't exo someone, I can't modify a die roll or anything like that. I only use them to contribute to skill checks.
But I can still use my action cards.
You totally can, because you're totally a human as far as the game mechanics go.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna try to keep me in here. I see what's gonna happen. So you know what? Since it's gonna be incredibly hard for me to ever get out of here, I'm gonna use my once per game, and I'm just gonna get the hell out of here.
You can do that? What?
So, before resolving a skill check.
On a crisis.
Wait a minute.
Oh, only on a crisis? Ah.
Yeah.
Can I ask one
This
one
is
question?
a crisis.
Can I ask one question here?
Could you have done that on the Super Crisis? Because that would have been awesome.
No,
I don't
it's not a
think
skill
so.
check.
Well, no, on the Super Crisis is a skill check, but I don't think the Super Crisis counts as a normal crisis card. I'm not sure. I could Google it, but it doesn't matter now.
One question. I did a FTL jump. Did we ever figure out where we went?
Oh, no, you're right, we didn't.
Oh, I get to figure. Oh no, you get to figure that out now.
No, the Admiral.
Yeah,
Admiral
she
chooses.
she gets to figure it out.
You're the Admiral still,
I am.
Mathas.
Oh.
Yeah, you're President Admiral Adama.
Oh yeah, hey, what
Well,
up? Let's see
okay,
what we
you
got.
aren't the Admiral anymore. We should actually give that to someone else, because when you get rigged, you lose Admiral. But you were Admiral when we jumped, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
So you
Alright.
still get to pick the destination, but then we should be giving your nukes and your
Okay.
Admiral card to someone else.
I get to draw 2 destination cards, all right?
That is correct.
All right, let's figure out where we're going.
what is this? Admiral Kara Thrace? No,
Yep.
that's hard ass.
She's got the nukes.
Where'd it go? I drew one. Where'd the other one
Nuke the
disappear?
brig.
No, you. Oh yeah, you did draw two.
There it is.
Just space them.
Take a look.
Oh no.
In the other expansions, when you can actually kill players, they start over with a new character.
We need to nuke Caprica. Just get rid of that guy. He's a troublemaker.
Nuking
All right, well,
capture.
these are both not really. All right, this is where we're going.
Killian planet. One
Hey.
distance.
Yeah.
And still lose a fuel.
I'm not going to worry about the Raptors too much. We're just going to lose fuel.
Okay, so you're not going to risk a Raptor. Yep. All right. That's good. So I'm going to -1 fuel. And we can dump the destination there. Okay. So that was like last turn or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rectification. There we go.
So it's still Boomer's turn.
Yeah.
Still
All
waiting
right.
for an action.
Oh,
I'm going to try to get out of jail. So before I do that, I'm going to drop that.
Okay.
And is that going to be the only card that I can drop, or can I actually add to the skill check?
No, that's playing a card. That's not adding a card to a skill check.
Yeah.
You can only add one card to a skill check, but that doesn't count.
Okay.
So you're actually the last person to add to a skill check though, because you're the active player. So it actually starts with Adama. So Boomer's trying to get out of the brig.
Okay.
Are you going to try to help her, hinder her, or just do nothing?
Going to hinder her.
Well, we don't know, but you are going to play some skill cards.
I'm going to play
But
some
you can only play
cards.
one.
That's right.
I played it. I
Okay.
played my one card.
You are.
Gaius Baltar.
You're a little too honest, Mathas. Come on.
It's too late now. There's nothing I can do.
Does the chief have any cards?
No. I got one card in the sick bay, and then I lost it at random from the just
The chief is doing the best thing he can. It's rolling dice to kill enemies.
So currently
you know
it's
what?
a
I should
yellow,
play one just in
purple, and
case.
blue.
Are good.
Yeah.
And blue is good? Okay.
Yes.
So you know what? I won't play a card. So it is now Starbuck. You have the option of helping Sharon break out of the brig.
Okay. 1, 2. I'm going to play 3 cards.
3
Game
cards.
over, man. Game over.
Yes, I'm
Chief,
making a good comeback.
you have no cards. So Boomer, you can play 1 card.
All right, then. I think I will. Oh, wait. I'm about to drag and drop. Can't drag and drop.
Oh my god, my cat is meowing up a storm right now.
Feed it.
All right.
No, he just wants to be in my lap.
That's
I can't hear.
So that is good. That is good. That is bad.
Damn it.
That is good. That is bad.
Damn it.
That is bad.
Damn it. No,
And these are big numbers. Oop, I'm lagging.
Wow, those are huge numbers.
They are really.
There's no recovering from that.
I don't think so.
Why do we still have Cylon Swarm?
Yeah, that probably went away, huh? I can't
Yeah.
remember. I can't look it right now. My entire client is just hung.
Keep this card in play until the fleet jumps. Yeah, so that would be gone. Finish that.
There we go. Purple is bad. Yeah,
no, purple's good. Purple's good.
Oh. No, blue is good. Purple. Oh, you're right. My bad. So
the
anyway,
colors can't all be bad.
it's 10 to the negative 2 plus 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's a -2 overall. So no, you stay in jail.
You jerks,
buddy.
You
Come
jerks.
Come cuddle.
I used all my damn cards.
So on the bright side, no crisis card.
Yeah, that also means we're not advancing.
That's
Oh, goodness.
William Adama.
Yes, sir.
President William Adama, former admiral of the Colonial Fleet.
We are
It's funny
so
that
boned.
you can still be president in jail. You just can't be the admiral.
Oh, sure.
Can't be admiral.
Why is that?
Well, because being arrested doesn't
Game
provoke
balance.
your election. But you can't run the military. Yeah, I don't know, game balance.
But the president is the leader of the military.
Well, commander-in-chief, it's a little bit different. Now, I will note, if anyone wants to, you can go to the administration on Colonial 1, and you can do a skill check to change who the president is.
Yeah.
How many can I see your hands? Like how many cards you guys are holding, or no?
Yeah, I mean, that's information you're allowed to do. If you click the situation button on the toolbar, and then you expand that,
okay, see it? Yep.
The
Yeah,
problem is
it'll give you
it's
counts.
showing everything. So, like, if I have...
I won't drop down. I assume
it'll
3
show our
items means 3
Cylon.
cards.
No, I'm saying it shows the numbers of everything. It shows our loyalty cards. It's adding those in there.
Oh,
It's
really?
But you can
if I have a
expand.
copy of my character card.
Oh, I can expand
counts.
that. Okay.
Yeah. So you can get exact counts of skills. And if you
Oh,
expand
okay.
another subcategory, it doesn't tell you what the cards are.
Ah, yeah, okay, gotcha. So I'm
Okay,
player
no,
5, and you're
yeah.
player... What player are you, Quill?
I'm player 1.
4 skill... 11 skill. Jesus Christ, you have 11 skill cards?
That's actually above the limit. 10 is the hand limit.
Yeah.
Player 4 has 11 skill, it says.
That's
Who's that?
Shen?
I'm player 2.
Oh, you're player 2. That must be Briar then?
Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, I do. Sorry.
You gotta discard one then.
And who's
Um,
Briar? Are you in with me? Are you the one that's with
That's
me?
Boomer is...
Yeah.
Okay. You
So-
can only play 1 card on skill checks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I discarded.
And that's why, because Sharon has been able to draw a few cards.
So the only one who's going to work against me right now are going to be you two. With more, you have 4 and you have none. Okay, I'm going to try and break out.
Okay.
Now I can play as many cards as I want. To
No,
break out?
you can only play one. So first,
Oh,
play the
really?
one.
I can only play 1.
because
Yeah,
you're
if you're
in
in
the
a brig.
Oh
you
yeah,
won't get
but I mean,
so
how
much
am I ever
control.
supposed to break out then?
You need help. You
Oh,
need help on
dude.
the outside. So
God,
I'm the
man.
first person
You
to
liked
play.
it so much when Boomer was trying.
And unfortunately, as
can't
much
do
as I would
anything?
like to help out the Admiral, I cannot assist you.
I can't do anything. There's not going to be a point, actually. I misunderstood. I can't break out on my own, so
Do you have another
Mark-
action you can do?
I could just do an action card.
You could actually, if you do have a Cylon card, you could reveal. You wouldn't get to use the ability on it, but then you'd resurrect over on the resurrection ship, and then
Yeah.
you would get to do cool Cylon stuff like super crises. Oh, he's a Cylon!
You
What?
bastard.
What?
No.
What?
That.
Oh my god, I'm completely shocked.
Oh
Me
boy,
too.
I'm Cylon. So I have to discard to how many cards?
Discard down to 3? Hang on, I just had the page.
And if you're not in the brig, you
yeah,
would've
discard
reduced
down to
morale.
3. Lose your title, so the president title goes to the chief. Give all the quorum cards to the chief.
I'm player
Okay.
3.
Player
3.
Yeah,
Have fun
player
with
3.
these. These are useless.
They usually are.
My god, when I drew the card that like lets me brig someone, I'm like, this is amazing. This is like
Yeah.
literally the only really strong quorum card.
For a Cylon, for sure.
Well,
So
either
discard
way.
down to 3 skill cards.
Yeah.
Okay. Are executive orders useful anymore to me?
No, only for the number or color or whatever. So as a Cylon, I like to keep a variety of colors. That way, there's a good chance I can play something that hurts. Because
Okay.
you can only play one card in a skill check anyway. So
Done deal. I discarded down to 3. Now what?
we're gonna move you over to the resurrection ship,
Hey, buddy.
and that is the end of your turn.
Do I get a super crisis card?
Oh, you do. Go to the super crisis cards and draw the top one into your hand.
Oh, Super Crisis, fun.
You'll be able to play it next turn.
You get that even from the brig?
Yes.
What is that?
The only difference is it doesn't reduce our ship
Yikes.
morale.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right, cool. And that's it. That's my turn, right?
That is your turn.
All right, guys. I was a Cylon. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now,
No
what
shit,
annoys me-
Sherlock.
Wait, the Admiral was a Cylon?
I know.
Yeah.
Weird.
Ah.
And the president.
That's auto lose,
I
guys.
mean, the chief is like going crazy. He's like, I'm trying to tell you guys. You all thought I was insane.
He honestly
So
did try.
I kept you in the brig, and then I left.
So it's a shame that there's no Cylons on the board right now, like no fleet, because I could activate.
Yeah.
Although, hold on. I can activate all Cylon ships of one type. I could choose heavy raiders to be activated, which would march the boarding party forward.
Does that count? Does activating heavy raiders count as...
I'm assuming it acts the same as the card.
Okay.
I would assume it's the same as getting a crisis card with the symbol on it. So I could activate heavy raiders and march the boarding party forward.
It's not necessarily that easy to get a boarding party on the ship, but once it's on there, it does mean that he's like a death clock.
Yeah.
It's like kind of insane.
Alternatively, I could draw 2 crisis cards and choose one to resolve, although it does not activate Cylon ships or prepare for jump. I think the thing to do to put the death clock on it is to move to the Cylon fleet location and activate heavy raiders and advance the boarding party.
So dead.
You realize you only have to move 1 if you leapfrogged it.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm stupid. No, that's the order they're in. God. We've got a formation. I guess you get a box.
They're Cylons. Come on. We have organization, unlike you humans.
That's right.
Standard CDO stuff.
Anyway, that's the... oh, I forgot to draw cards, but that is the end of my turn. So I get to draw 2 cards.
Man, we sure have a lot of food for 3 people.
I want to play my Super Crisis card.
Next turn. All right, Starbuck. Die.
I think I'm gonna raise my arms in the air and run around screaming. Can we do that?
I think that's allowed.
I don't think it counts as an action.
I don't see any valid action right now. Like, we can go fight the Cylons a bit.
So if there's nothing you could, like, there's always something you could do. I mean, you could you could go over to the research lab and just like draw one card of any kind, basically. You could go to command or hangar deck and just like launch yourself in a Viper or launch some Vipers preemptively because a fleet might come in.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I'm definitely going to draw my cards.
I mean, you're the admiral, right? I was going to say, as the president,
or wait a
stuff.
second, we're going to die from these like Centurions. You should probably come over to the armory and shoot them.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. That's probably the only thing that would make sense to do right now.
I missed that part. Yeah, that might be good. Because they're killing us now.
Yeah.
Fleets are killing our future selves. We don't have to worry about them for now.
All right, so let's see if we can't deal with these Cylons. That'd be nice. God, these stupid Cylons. Now, did I draw anything useful? It looks like no. Everything I have is crap. All right, let's go punchy. Make room for me, Chief. We're gonna go fight some Cylons. Okay, so we have to roll a 7 or higher.
Yep.
Oh God. Nope.
Pew pew pew.
And it's time for a crisis. You ready?
Yeah. The best part.
Oh,
Come on,
God.
heavy raider activation.
Nope.
Send survey team. Fail. Current players hit the sick bay.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
And destroy a raptor.
The Raptors are pretty irrelevant most of the time.
Yeah, but going to sickbay is not that bad.
It's not bad if someone can executive orders you out. If you actually start your turn in sickbay, it's really bad because we're so like starved for cards. Except for Boomer, who we need cards to get her out.
Yeah. Oh man, this is so stupid. But we can't really pass this, can we? If we
just take the roll.
If we burn all of our cards to pass
take
it,
the roll.
We're not going to spend all our skill cards on that. The die roll has a 50-50 chance to lose us 1 fuel. Right now, we're doing okay for fuel.
It's actually slightly more than that because it's 5 or less.
All right,
No,
we're
like,
going to
not
go for
5
the
or
rolls.
worse.
Let me move the card down to the current crisis. Oops, I clicked on something in Windows. Let me move the card down to current crisis. There we go. And let's do a roll. Come on, 17. That's not 17.
So
Lose
minus
a
1 fuel.
Damn.
Could be
Now,
worse.
if the fuel is always lower than it looks because we still have to make a number of jumps and they're going to cost us fuel. But what are you going to do? You know, it is.
But we did
It's
advance
theoretically
the
possible
we
to
did
gain
advance
fuel.
the jump preparation.
Yeah, I'll do that now.
Yep.
I just did it. We're good.
Did you?
Yeah,
you
we're
did. Sorry, my bad. Let me put it back down. Okay.
Oh, I moved it to
No,
negative
we can
3.
go
But we don't
up
mind
one,
if you want to
that's
give us
fine.
an extra jump.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, bring it up to
it's
negative
all
1,
good.
Quill. You can do it. Go to
Level
auto jump
4 it
even.
is.
All right, let me discard that. Okay, we're good. Let me move the token down to President Chief. Go for it, President Chief.
Yeah, I'm President Chief.
By the way, let me tell you what helped me. It helped me calm down. I put my arms in the air and we ran around the ship screaming. It felt good. You might want to try it, Chief.
Get it out of your system now.
You don't have time for that, damn it. You need to stop these Cylons.
Yeah, that doesn't help you kill Cylons.
Well, I'm in prison, so I could just spin.
You had next jump. You're brigged again, no matter what, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically, if I get out, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't bother trying to get her out. It's a waste of effort.
Yep.
So if I go, I could take one shot. But you know what I could do? I could executive orders Starbuck, and she could take 2 shots.
Perfect.
So first, I'm just trying to decide if I want to move first, be somewhere else. I mean, I could move to the president's office and try and do some of that stuff, but I don't know. I don't know if we have time for that, and discarding a skill card right now actually really hurts. So yeah, I'm probably not doing that.
If you stay there, she might be able to XO you back on her turn.
That's true.
Although it's fine.
I guess even if we need to FTL, if you had an executive orders, then I could move there and activate it.
Yep.
So yeah, okay. I guess I'll stay in place, and yes, I will executive order Starbuck.
All right. 2 rolls. 2 rolls. Let's do it. All right, now you got to blow on the dice for me, Chief. I'm sorry, President Chief. Blow on the dice for me. Can you do that for me?
No.
We're trying to save the human race. You won't even play ball.
All right, I got you.
No, I'm giving you orders. I'm like, try shooting gangsta style. That always works.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Former admiral and former presidents blew on it for you.
We are all absolutely butt fucked right now. Okay, come on, 7.
Blew all over your dice.
Damn it!
That's about right.
You fucking Skylons! Oh shit!
I'm happy that Mathas is enjoying himself. Shenryyr maybe not so much.
Oh come on! Damn it!
Yeah.
I've rolled 3 times now. I've rolled a 4 and then it's 1 and a 2. Oh my god!
How was I supposed to know that when you shoot gangsta style, the casing hits you in the face?
Oh.
Trying to be badass.
I'm gonna shoot you next time, Chief. God damn! All right, move your. Oh, get a crisis going.
Yeah. Crisis is a rescue mission. Admiral chooses. That'd be you. We either get -1 morale and you send me to the sick bay, or -1 fuel and destroy 1 raptor.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, I can't send you to the sick bay. We have to take care of these stupid Cylons.
At least I have some cards this time, though.
We can't send you to sick bay. We can't. We have to kill these Cylons.
We have to kill the Cylons, but -1 fuel, like, we're at a precarious point. We have a long way to go. Our distance is only 3.
Uh-huh.
And we have to travel, like, 8 and then have 1 fuel left. It usually takes about 1 fuel per distance, which would be 5. So we already have to get slightly better than 1. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard if we lose any more fuel, and we're going to lose fuel from something else.
Well, so here's your decision.
Oh, except we only have 5 morale too. Oh, God damn it!
Here's your decision then. If we send you to the sick bay, then we take less shots at the Cylons next turn. Then Quill is going to make them advance again, and we are 1 step away from losing. However,
actually, the problem with going to the sick bay is that our morale is low too. So I don't know. You know what? I wash my hands of it. This is a military decision.
We're gonna go for the fuel and destroy a raptor. So goodbye, raptor, destroyed, and fuel.
When I said I wash my hands of it, I still reserve the right as a politician to criticize your move afterwards, no matter which way you go.
Oh, you can criticize all you'd like, Mr. Chief President, but yeah, President-in-Chief. That's actually a good name for you right now. Yeah.
Did you bring the fuel down? I'll do it.
I can't. I tried.
Did not.
It did not let me.
I got you.
There you go. Why doesn't it let me do it?
It should.
I don't know. Maybe someone else was messing with it at the time. If someone else had the menu open,
if
someone else right-clicked, that would probably do it.
It's because I was trying to drag the thing like it's a spin, but it doesn't spin.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, we do get a jump track out of this.
Yes.
Which brings it to the -1 spot. That's good.
It's firing missiles, which we don't have, so we're safe there. So.
Yeah, we actually went through a lot of Cylon fleet cards already, so it's possible there might not be one for a while.
Oh, please. Please no Cylons for a while.
Did anyone advance us?
Just did it.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay.
So at this point, we probably need to auto-jump, though, because our population is too low.
So
we
low.
can't afford to lose.
Because we could lose population just from an event. You know, we don't need...
Oh, yeah, lots of things can lose us population.
It is Boomer's turn now.
Okay,
we can't afford to FTL anymore.
Would you like to play Solitaire or something? I mean, I can give you
draw your cards. You might be able to do some more scouting missions. I mean, you only have 1 more Raptor to go.
Oh, need to reshuffle the piloting there.
Well, Starbuck and I have cards now, so you could try and get out of there.
Yeah, it's
once
true.
Once you're out, you can start exerting some control over what crisis is next.
I do feel like I need to remind you guys that as soon as you jump, she's going to be back in the brig.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, what's the point?
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm saying here, just have some soup, some solitaire, and just enjoy.
We'll get you out of there
enjoy
next
the ship.
time.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
I need to discard down to what?
Yeah, you're
10,
going to be
right?
over. You might as well, if you don't have a decent action in your hand, you might as well just try and break out anyway.
And then do what?
I can launch a scout. That's about all I can do.
Yeah,
if I were you, she's out and she can control the next crisis a little bit. I don't know.
I suppose.
There's no way for me to get out though.
Okay.
I would not waste the cards.
I'm just saying she's going to discard cards anyway. But no,
this is true.
go ahead, launch a scout, see what you can do.
You know what?
That's true. I suppose if she's out of jail, then she could help succeed a crisis. Yeah.
This is our last scout. Don't break it.
Yeah. All right. Here's the roll. Ready? Who's going to blow on it? Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, that's good. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a pretty easy roll.
The fact that we failed that twice is actually really unlikely.
Yeah. All right. So I need to check out
failed twice.
the top of the what? You guys think I should go crisis, or do you? Probably crisis.
Well,
I should
now
look
that
at
it's
crisis.
not a Cylon choosing a destination, I'm not as worried about that, although it is still really important.
I would do the crisis.
Crisis is what we need, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just another fleet card, you want to veto it.
I draw 2 to my hand, right?
No. You just take
one
and you decide whether you like it or not, basically.
Was that what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah, you either decide to put on the top or the bottom of the deck.
Oh, okay. Top card. All right then. So I
Which
will
is
draw
actually
that.
the same as your recon ability, which I don't think we've been using while you were in jail.
Hello? Oh no. Lost my internet. Did I lose the internet? Yep, internet's out. Let me fix that. Alright, let's see if it comes back up now. Still no internet. Damn it. Why internet go? Why internet go? Yes, I have the whole unable to connect to the internet pop-up. Reload. There's no internet. Come on, fix it. Fix it. Please. Come on, we're almost done. We're almost dead. I need you to fix it because we're almost dead. Still no internet. Come on. Damn it. Oh my goodness. No internet. There we go. Now we have internet. Yay, internet. Let me see if I can rejoin the call. Not sure how this works. Nope, no answer. How do we do this? Uh-oh. Looks like my messages aren't going through. Did the internet go out again? Oh, don't do that to me. No, internet's still up. Come on, Skype. Join call. There we go. There we go.
Oh,
right.
Shen.
Right as you guys lost.
Oh, it's over?
Yeah, well, what happened was it was like 2 Cylons in a row, and both of us just advanced the Centurions and just won.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's why we had to kill him.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was quite as bad as it was. Technically, I could have blown one of them up with a card, but it might have lost its population.
Oh, well. All right, my cat's flipping out. I got to go feed him. So thanks, guys. I will chat with you guys later.
Alrighty.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for playing.
Thanks,
Have
guys.
a good one there. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, we got clobbered. I mean, that was
We
not
did.
even close.
Two Cylons out of 5 players from the beginning, though. Like, what were we gonna do? It's
And they
So,
were
yeah,
in...
the problem
Exactly.
with the randomness.
It's
And we were
bad,
both
right?
like, President and Admiral.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Worst
why
case
my-
scenario happened.
That's why my brain tends to sort of assume that there's only one in the first half, because you're screwed otherwise.
Yeah, it kind of is game over at that point.
I
It'd be
still don't
nice if
get...
there was some way that it could manage that. But I mean, part of it is supposed to be that you don't know.
Yeah, we could change it up so that like we
There
like,
has to
cut
be
the
one in
loyalty
the
deck
first
in
half.
half, so that there's like
Yeah.
1 Cylon, and then something like that. I mean, it's not the way the rules are played, but it might actually lead to a better game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was fun. It was just we had zero chance. There
Yeah.
was nothing we could do. Maybe if we got better on those rolls, shooting the Cylons here at the armory, it would have been fine. But
I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
it's,
so.
it's a really hard roll.
it is.
Yeah, and you had like so low resources. Like I don't see any way that it could have won,
No, and when
even
all
before I revealed.
when all those ships were out and we had no cards and most of us weren't drawing cards and Boomer's into Brig all the time and yeah, there's no escape.
Oh, I feel bad for Boomer.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know why
was-
people keep picking Boomer, because Boomer always spends the entire game in the Brig.
Her abilities are stunningly powerful, but
They
yeah, the
are
second
really
half of the
good.
game, you have to actually hope that you're a Cylon, so you can just reveal and leave.
Yeah.
But the
Like,
question
I don't get to
is,
use my cool ability, but yeah.
Boomer, why didn't you help out at the very beginning?
Because I only had 3 cards, and every single one of them was a 1.
Yeah, I
So,
don't think there was actually a lot of opportunity really for Boomer to make that much of a difference,
Yeah.
especially
they,
if the numbers are low.
I mean, if there were
Yeah,
ones,
exactly.
I guess, yeah.
they were 1s. I had 3 cards, and they were all 1s. So I'm like, hey,
God,
I'm not gonna make a difference.
I was
I guess
so
if-
suspicious of you because you didn't help at the beginning. It's like, damn it.
That's just it. I knew that was going to be the case, but then what do I do? Like I had specifically good cards. I had the
Yeah, the cards do something that's better than a 1.
exactly. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So I wonder if it would have made a difference if I'd just been more assertive about like seeing the Cylon card. It's just like being more assertive about it also seems suspicious. There's no winning. Everything makes you look
Oh
suspicious
yeah,
all
the
the time.
the
That's
moment
how
the
game's
moment you
designed.
started accusing, I'm like, well, I'm gonna suspect you then, you know?
Well, yeah, no, but that's why I was thinking about
Yeah.
it, because yeah, but it doesn't do us much good if I know who the Cylon is and nobody else does. So
Yeah, the thing is, when you did it, like I mean, at first I wasn't 100% sure. That's why I didn't just commit to bringing you
Yeah.
right from the beginning, as I wanted to double check. I wanted to make sure. But
Yeah.
based on that accusation, followed by some of your actions, I was pretty confident that you were a human.
yeah,
But I wasn't 100% sure.
no,
Oh. Well,
because if I was the Cylon, I would be accusing loudly, which I was at every point, because that's how you play it. So.
Mm-hmm.
I accuse everything all the time because that's just where the fun of the game is.
And Briarstone always looks like a goddamn Cylon.
It's kind of true.
You almost act weird in some way that throws everyone off. And simultaneously, you always focus on something that someone else does and like pick someone as the Cylon and usually wrong.
Who, me?
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty right, though, and then I'm always not.
Yeah. No, it's just like that turn and a half it took me to figure out that, like, wait a minute, he brigged her because he's the Cylon.
Yeah. It's hard to, like, change your thinking, though, when you've got a certain idea in your mind about why someone did something.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like the last time where you, like, thought, you know, you were trying to kill us with the lack of fuel, and I just interpreted it as some other kind of mistake.
I thought, I thought it was 3 distance. I thought it would be 3 fuel, because the last 3 distance card I had was also 3 fuel, and I didn't read it properly.
Well, good game. I gotta go get ready for my trip. We did end it a little earlier than I thought, though, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad.
It's good for the Cylons.
It's totally good for the Cylons. That's what I meant.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I hope people find that as entertaining as they found the first one. So.
Yeah,
I think they will.
yeah.
I quite like. I think it worked out this time that I am recording my cards and. Right away they'll have seen that I'm a Cylon, and then they'll get to see all my, like, why I'm doing these crazy bad plays instead of just thinking I'm just being, you know, I'm doing things incorrectly.
And it's also good to have that the humans don't just always win. You know, you wouldn't want that.
Oh yeah, last time it went way too easy.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, this one's going to be a little bit more exciting on a couple of fronts.
If you have me who's a new player and I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm asking a whole lot of questions. Should I do this? Should I do this? When should I do this? Blah blah blah. Then it's pretty obvious what my motives are, right? Because I'm trying to do certain things. But if you have, like, last time you had a new player who was the only Cylon, it's like, okay.
For a long time.
Yeah, it's like, well, can you give me help on how to kill all you guys? You know, come on, give me a hand, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's now 1-1.
It's more just there was both Cylons got their card in the second half. So in the first half there really was no Cylon, so we made a lot of progress.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Everyone was actually high-fiving, working for the same goal.
And then my screw up with the destination made it super easier, because if I'd read the card right, I would have just picked the 1, and we would have had at least one more jump. At that point, staying hidden might have been worthwhile, because as the Admiral, if people aren't suspecting me, I could keep choosing 1s all the time.
Right. You could have screwed a little bit.
By the time they figure that out, it's like too late. When we go from 6 to 7, you're like, again? Like, sorry guys, the cards are bad. Or I'm a Cylon, haha.
But then you don't really know.
I messed it all up.
We have to get, what's her name, Kaylee in there, or whoever is the assassin.
God. The problem with the assassin is the mechanic
not helping anything, ever.
Yeah, and the problem is there's two separate rules for how you come back. So if someone gets executed, they pick a new character. And in one of the rules, basically, you know for a fact that they're not a Cylon. There's like 100% certain that they're not a Cylon. And then the other way, there's a possibility that one Cylon card stays in the box. So it's kind of a weird... The executions are handled oddly, but... Because if you can, like, ever execute people, you just start, like, mass executing, like, the President and the Admiral. And yeah, worst case scenario, you lose a little bit of morale, but you can set it up so that you know 100% that one person is a human, and then you give them all the titles.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe that doesn't actually happen in practice that often because it's kind of metagamey and you have to set it up. But there's a possibility.
And mass executing isn't that easy normally. I mean, you have to have the Pegasus pretty much if you want to do more than one execution.
Right. All right. Well, I'm going to take off. I'm going to try to edit this video right away, and I don't know, probably try to... Well, I'm going out of town tomorrow morning, so probably the earliest I'll get this up is like Friday or Saturday or something. We'll see.
Would you mind if I put something up sooner than that?
No, it's probably fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to get back.
But then they'll know that you're a Cylon.
Ooh. That is true.
Anyway, that was fun.
You have to encourage them to see my point of view so that they'll see what it's like playing from a Cylon.
I'm sure they will. They're like, oh, well, how did he kill everyone? Oh my god. Quill's a beast. All right, we'll see you guys later.
You never really want Quill as a Cylon.